Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. What to do? What to do? Welcome, welcome, my good man. My good man. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. You be crazy. Bring on the nigs. How about we bring on the crazies? The crazies. I'm trying to find some shit down here. There we go. Oh my god. It's just listening to a segment of Jones going after Joe Rogan, and oh my god. Oh, was that fun? Was that fun? Like, I don't know if anyone's been hearing about the Joe Rogan going off on, or Alex Jones going off on Joe Rogan. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but oh my god, I heard the actual full segment. I didn't even hear did you watch Kyle's video? Yeah, I was actually listening to it right now. I just was listening to the segment, but as soon as Kyle went on, I stopped because I'm doing this now. But oh my god, I literally just watched it before the stream started, and I was just watching it just before I started it, so it's like we're together, united as one. Listen to it at the same time, basically, yeah. Like, you probably were watching it a little longer than I was, but, I mean, I just got up till Kyle started, until the segment ended of Jones going, like, what the fuck? I literally could not comprehend what he was saying. Like, did you know what he was, what? I think we can confirm Alex Jones has literally lost his mind. I think Alex Jones has, I don't know what he's taking, I really don't, like, such a snowflake. Joe is Alex Jones' ball washer, if anything. Well, yeah, I'll have to say that for sure, because he's friends with Joe. Well, they're friends, well, or at least used to. I don't know how their friendship's going now, considering that Alex Jones is like, oh, you're gonna take that with you, you're gonna do that to me, Joe? Joe, yeah, our friendship's now going down. It's like, whoa, bro. Took the DMT. I think he took PCP, not DMT. It would surprise me if he actually did he's like, it got to the point where it's like, see, I don't do DMT, but if you do, I don't care. I'm a libertarian. It's like, what? PCP is a fun drug. I've seen videos of people on PCP where they're just like naked, unfazed by any physical pain, and just like on, you know, like the PCP rage, basically. Like, that's how I see PCP. It's like, holy shit. It's like, nah, no thanks. But DMT, it's hard to get, but it's genuinely fun. Well, you know, I think all drugs is, in one way or another, are probably genuinely fun, but yeah, some I wouldn't do.
Just about really anything more that you need.
Oh, I want to see Clockwork Elves. I do too. Like, what was the goats that he was talking about, dude? What was the goats? Like, there was like some DMT goats that were like in green little leprechaun uniforms. What? It's like, it's kind of like alcohol in the sense that makes you downer, but it can make you angry, belligerent, and violent.
Yeah, because I don't think.
See, I feel like I don't want that part out of me coming out, so I'll probably be like, nah, fam, not about the PCP, but DMT though.
I'll bring her back.
I'll be down for that someday. I'd probably want to start myself light, like on shrooms or some shit, before I actually start on like P or DMT. But if I have DMT first, I don't think it's gonna matter to me. I'll take it anyway. I'll take it either or. I'll do it. Bring it on. Bring it on. But I'm pretty sure mushrooms might be first, because I live in a place where they're everywhere. Like, I can go to the forest and just go somewhere just in the middle of the forest. As long as I know what I'm looking for, I could probably find it at some point. I don't know how strong or weak they are, but it's in the wild, so I know that much. It's probably the most purest form of, like, psilocybin I would ever get, so. I'm also practically by myself, besides my pop's still here until he leaves.
Yeah,
like,
I'm about ready to walk out the door.
Yep.
Like, use the bathroom.
So every year, around 4th of July, we do this thing for TNT where we, like, do fireworks and shit.
Got my taxes and fed my people, so I'm about...
He fed his people. He got his taxes and fed his people.
Yeah, I got her charger, her sweater.
If you do too much, you'll just pass out for a while. At certain points, it'll get crazy. Oh, shit. See, I mean, that's why I feel like drugs in general should be legalized, though I think that's just something we talk about a lot here. It's just drug legalization, because imagine how safe PCP might genuinely be if it's legalized instead of illegal, hard to get, can cause you to go belligerent and shit, though I'm pretty sure that's probably just a symptom. PCP was originally anesthesiac. Anesthesic. I'm probably saying that right. Some words just, I don't know why, I just like slurp it up, even though I'm like, I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I think it's like verbal dyslexia, if that's a fucking thing. I don't know. I mean, I can read words, but trying to say it out, it's like, sometimes it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. At least I'm not like saying drain damage or something.
Old man died.
Huh?
You ever watch Pawn Stars?
Pawn Stars? Yeah, I've seen Pawn Stars.
Yeah, the old man died.
Oh, the old man from the, so like their, Rick's father, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's dead?
Yeah, he just died.
Damn.
They just announced it today. He probably died yesterday or something.
Something, yeah. Probably old age, just straight up.
You think?
Well, the guy could have had cancer for all we knew, I don't know. Probably had a crazy drug life, I have no idea. I highly doubt it considering him, but I mean, he was a cool guy.
I have to... And being a military guy in the Navy or something, I think.
Yeah, I think he was in the Navy. It was either, yeah, I think it was Navy.
Something like that in World War II or after...
Dude, the guy, I kind of like the old man, honestly. Like, I mean...
Oh yeah, I loved him. He's like...
There was like some times where I'm just like, what do you do? Like, really? Like, it's like, don't be so hard. Just like, buy the damn thing or something. Like, or, you know, or something like that. Like, because he can be stern as fuck about shit. Which, you know, I think is probably good for a pawn shop.
Old, I'm getting that way, you know, you're just like stubborn and grumpy.
Yeah, basically, that just seems like the traits of age. Just grumpy, just like, don't fucking, don't bother me. The old man from Pawn Stars. I think he was in the Navy in the Korean War. Oh, it was either World War II or Korean War. It was one of those wars. It was one of them. It was either the forgotten one, or the big one, or the one we lost in, I don't know. It was one of those ones. But, yeah, I mean, I kind of like the dude. Is the old guy there with you? No?
Yeah, he was...
He's not.
I completely sympathize with him. But, you know, the whole thing's a show, you know. They're pretty much actors as far as the show goes.
Yeah.
Like
from what I've heard,
Chumley is a genius.
Yeah, like what I heard is that Chumley in real life is actually smart and very like mature as fuck. Though they just kind of make him look like a goof on the show.
Yeah, they make him look like a big dumb goof, but he is like has IQ of like 180. He is.
Dude, he's smart as fuck.
Incredibly smart.
Dude, yeah, I actually love Chumley. Like he's underrated as fuck, dude. I love Chumley.
Photographic memory. That guy is brilliant.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he every now and then probably does partake in ganja or some shit. Because I mean, isn't it legal in Vegas but illegal in Nevada? Or is it illegal?
If it's illegal in Nevada, it can't be legal in Vegas.
Well, I think because
people just pretty much ignore the government above them rules.
Basically,
like with marijuana.
Yeah, which is kind of, you know, I think it's for some circumstances like marijuana, you know. That should.
You know,
it's legal everywhere there? Okay, cool. It's legal all over Nevada, so I stand corrected. It's just legal there.
Oh, it'd be legalized everywhere in Nevada?
I guess so.
Lots of states.
I'm sure some counties are still dragging their feet. I'm sure some counties in Oregon, Washington, Colorado are still dragging their feet a little bit. Maybe not so much Colorado, but, you know, there's some counties that... I'm sure if you go to Eastern Oregon, there's probably not one dispensary out there. Though if... Maybe.
Ontario.
Ontario? Or Ontario?
Pendleton.
Pendleton? Oh, well, I don't know much of Eastern Oregon. I don't go out there, so, I mean, I would love...
Probably won't find one in Burns Junction.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, there's places, like, you know, out there that...
I'm not sure, but just...
Madras? I think Madras might be, like, the only place...
Madras?
Or Madras, whatever. Madras, Madras. I've heard it both ways. You ever been to Bend? I've been to Bend a few times.
There's a lot of them in Bend.
There's a lot in Bend, though. There's a lot in Bend, though. There's a lot of people that go skiing, snowboarding out there, so I'm assuming that helps keep the edge off when you fall on your ass on a bunch of snow and ice.
as wacky liberal as Portland is, if not more.
I've never heard that, but I know Bend is like super chill as fuck, and there's usually a bunch of stoners out there.
Yeah,
what about that one little bitty?
It's like a hippie hangout.
What's that one little bitty fort town near Crater Lake? It looks like a scene out of an old western. I think I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the name. Like
there are sometimes they haven't made it illegal to smoke. There's places like where they make Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
It's illegal to have alcohol. I mean, not illegal to have alcohol, but illegal to drink it or sell
it. That's just so.
And there are.
That's like some loophole shit that needs to like be kind of cracked down on or some shit. What the fuck? In
Oregon, and I imagine there was some in Colorado and some in Washington that outlawed dispensaries. You can still possess it because the state allows it.
Wow, so it's kind of like trying to play like both. It's like a both side thing. Like, okay, we don't want you consuming or selling it because it's illegal federally, but we'll let you be here because the state allows it. It seems like what it sounds like.
You can possess it, but you just can't sell it. Or with alcohol, I think.
Some rules are just dumb.
If you have like a 0.1 or 0.1 or whatever, basically if you even smell somebody's drink when you're walking by, you'll get a DUI.
Damn, that's insane.
That's Corvallis, Animal House.
Oh, Corvallis. Oh man, hopefully Corvallis ain't like that anymore. Since Animal.
Still is.
Oh no.
I mean, they're DUI in Corvallis. Your blood alcohol is so low. Basically, I mean, you'll get a DUI for having a hangover.
Jeez. Damn, that's brutal.
So if you have a drink in Corvallis...
Gonna have to put down my ancient wiener dog. She has horrible arthritis and refuses to eat. Damn, dude. That sucks.
Yeah. Crap, what was I gotta get? I gotta get back to
that. I don't know. I mean, I've just been chilling, so I have no idea what's going on up at that fireworks stand, but... How old is she? I know,
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm gonna probably go with my brother to go shooting after he gets off work at his station. Because that's what him and I were planning on when we talked a couple days ago.
So I got to go to the mountain tomorrow.
Okay.
So Alex just you can't even drive.
I just can't even drive. What a way to rub it in a little.
I was saying Robert could probably use a break unless he wants to open the place up tomorrow at 7 in the morning, which I don't think so. You know, I'm not going to be down there till like 7:30 or 8. I'm going to try to leave early.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully, I finally get frickin' paid.
Yeah.
You better have the check up there, you know, so I can just zip through, do as much as I can, as quickly as I can, and get the hell out of there and get back to the tent.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, at this point, you know, we don't want, like, Robert or some shit just abandoned out there.
Oh, Robert and Carol setting up the tent.
Oh, my God. I don't even want... From what I've heard, Robert said it was pretty good with her, but, I mean...
It works good. Well, those two can pretty much get along...
fairly well.
Somewhat together, but...
I mean, her and I get along now. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, I can get along with her. She's just... There's all this, you know, both her and Robert get something in their head.
And then they both want to do it.
I told Robert, okay, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. You know,
like what? Like
this is what you want.
Like
don't put seams. You know, like in the middle. If you have a seam on the bunting, put it in the back, and all this other stuff. Don't set up the product. Just open the box, look in the box, visualize how much room it's going to take, and then spread it around, like on or right below the table, and then put it on the table. And he just started boom, 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 boom. I'm just like, okay, we didn't, you know, you want this stuff up front, not this stuff, so you have to move all the stuff down there. And I still have all...
You know how many people are living in your house?
I was up till like 4:30 in the morning putting up that outside and cleaning the piles of crap off the floor.
We got
Okay,
Cinco. Yeah, I feel bad for your fucking wiener dog there, dude. That sucks, though. Like, when I had my first cat scooter, like, he straight up just died of old age, and that was a little over a year ago now. And, yeah, I made sure I tried to make his last days comfortable, because that's the important part. Make sure there's a homeless shelter outside of his home. Oh, fuck you, Mike. Partially, but no. Only for friends who need it, like Harley. But I do not run a homeless shelter, good sir. Johnson Creek Corridor, it might as well. Might as well be like an unintentional fucking, what's Harley's situation? You know, I haven't even fucking, he didn't hit me up afterwards or some shit, so I haven't, heard anything from that, but I'll have to, give him a call later. Because there's other stuff I'll be doing today as well. But fuck. Has he been staying with you? Nah, not yet. He's still up there. From what I've heard, he's gonna like stay there until the lease is up, and then from there he's probably gonna just move in here. From what we're getting. So I'm probably going to talk with the folks and see how that works out. Maybe get my room a little bit of an upgrade or some shit with that. I mean, it's already gonna be upgraded as it is. So I mean, wow, he was upset 2 streams ago. He was. That really sucks that he doesn't even have a room. I know, dude. Like, I mean, fucking Harley's been through some shit, man. Like, I mean, we couldn't spend, like, probably... Would you let TJ poke your bunghole? I guess... What? Would I let TJ poke my bunghole? I guess. Fuck it. Yeah. For the, just... What's Harley's been through again? Like, fuck. I mean... I don't even know where to start, because he's been through since like 12, like since like 10, like when he was a kid, he was like seeing some shit, dude. Like, because his dad was in a biker gang and shit, and he saw some shit that gang has done before. Like, there's this, like, he's was in a room where they were executing a dude. Well, but he wasn't like in the room, but they were like prepping that shit, and they got him out. Killed the motherfucker, and I mean, it was like, holy shit. Like, fuck. I know it, like, I think if I remember right, they shoved a shotgun up his ass, and that's how they did it, and, yeah, I mean, there's a start of what he's been through. Did he grow up in Oregon? I'm pretty sure he grew up in Oregon, because he's, from what I remember, his folks have lived in that this old house that's not too far away from me, actually, for a very long time, like since his fucking his dad's mom, I think. But sounds like a fucked up childhood. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, it shows a little bit. It shows, but I mean, you know, what the fuck can you do, dude? I mean, if you're, you know, you can't. He didn't ask to be brought up in like a fucking biker gang situation. I feel extremely lucky to have a very sterile, sanitary childhood. Same here, dude. As much as it was very Christian-esque pushed with my childhood, and it was very, like, I wouldn't say secluded or isolated, but, you know, I was just kind of kept to myself for the most part. Like, I consider myself lucky as fuck with that. Like, I could have been in, like, some family that was, like, fucking cocaine dealers or some shit. Or, like, was so, like, anti-vaxxer or some shit. I mean, I could have, you know, I mean, there's so many different scenarios where we could have been born into, but we just weren't. I let a friend of mine who joined up with one of the Mexican cartels stay with me for a bit. His boss showed up, dragged my ass to the forest location to watch him execute a traitor, and told me to never squeal on them. Then paid me a whole bunch of money for me helping one of their own. Holy fuck. Well, damn, dude. My childhood was very... I never had violence in home or drunkenness, drug abuse, except for me, lol. And I never had to worry about where my next meals come from. I didn't have to worry about that much either, but I mean, there was like... there was like arguments and shit. I mean, that happens and stuff, but I mean, for the most part, it was fairly alright. Scared the absolute fuck out of me. Dude, I can imagine, dude. Like, a cartel boss comes up to you, is like, if you say anything about this as we pull a trigger on this guy's head, I don't know how he fucking killed him. I don't know, but I mean, it's like you don't say a word.
Make sure the yappers are back and the gates closed before you go anywhere.
Okay, I see one of them just chilling by that door over there.
Yeah, Bella, she wants to come out here for some reason, probably to eat cat food.
Or to just get attention, because we're all in here. Bella, I see you in there.
And if you leave, I'm going to lock this door to make sure the doors are locked.
Alright. I'll make sure things are situated. Alright.
Alright, see you tonight.
Alright. When my friends tell me about their upbringings, I feel privileged as fuck. So do I, dude. But now that he's gone, I'll also say that there was also drunkenness going on, because, I mean, my dad before growing up was an alcoholic, so that was, like, a lot of, so there was, like, when the arguments did come out, like, that's where a lot of it came from, was usually alcoholism, but other than that, though, I mean, it was fairly chill. Like, both my parents worked for a lot, so I would say around 8, after 8, I was alone at home, just, chilling. And I was able to make my own food and stuff, so it was like, whatever. So I kind of learned independence at a pretty early age. Where's Harley going to stay? Probably here. If not here, I literally don't know where the fuck he will. Because our friend Stefan, he's, I think, doing one more year at MSU before he's back here in Oregon. And then his brother is probably going to go to Hawaii to move with his parents there, which I was like, what? Because his parents wanted to leave the country for retirement to go to Nicaragua or Honduras. But as those countries are fucking falling apart, they had to kind of leave. So they went to Hawaii, I guess. So, but he's gonna go there because for his brother, there's actually generally not really much going for him here. He's had the same job, same group of friends, which I guess for the same thing for me, but. Like, I can actually see something going for myself here. I mean, but for his brother, not so much. Like, he just literally stays secluded in his own little spot at the place. So, who would want to go to Nicaragua? I mean, I would to visit it, but I would wait until shit got, I would just wait until shit was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I would not go there right now. But maybe, 15 years when shit sells down, maybe, I would. Dude, does the deli have good ham? Oh my god. Check out the last stream, because I had this, my parents have been there. Nice, dude. There's this, limited edition... oh, I think you forgot something. But, let me spell that on purpose. I know. I know you did. Good stuff. But there's this ham that we have that's chipotle mango flavored, and holy fuck, I made this amazing sandwich last night with actual mango slices on it. And man, this mango sandwich I had made a mango sandwich last night. Like, I literally had, I had mango chipotle ham. I put a little bit of pickle on there. I sliced up some actual mango slices. I got a little bit of honey mustard on there. Put some kale for the green, extra green and stuff. It was probably one of the best sandwiches I made in a while. I am sold on putting mango on sandwiches, on certain sandwiches. That sandwich was so bomb. I don't know what else I should add onto it. I've thought about doing pineapple or something, but I'll have to experiment to see more and maybe make a finalized mango ham sandwich.
Use all the butter, put another stick out.
I didn't use all the butter, so I don't know who did.
Bread, take another loaf out of the freeze here.
I don't know who's been doing. I will admit I did use the last of the bread, but my mom was the primary user of that.
Oh, give me some cereal. Okay, I get the cereal just like no milk.
I will admit that I also did use. I used the last of the bread and the milk, but I did not use the last of the butter. So
if you use the last of something, or you see that somebody else used the last of something that's not there, just
I mean, I can. If there's not more, I could go grab some. But if there's
the bread's in here, butter's in the fridge.
Yeah. So do we still have no milk? Because I'll just grab that later. I mean, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'll get some.
All right.
On one of my back and forth.
Basically, a Cuban. A Cuban is ham, pork, Swiss cheese, mustard, pickles, and cooked. Well, it's not totally a Cuban. I must admit, Ignar, I drink your milk. Whoa. Maybe it's more ripe. How come your mango was soft? It was... Okay, so the mango actually wasn't soft. But because there was a hard piece I was trying to chew near the end of the streamlet yesterday, that took forever for me to fucking get through that mango bit. But for the most part, it was pretty good. And how dare you drink our milk, fucking Venom? Even though it was me. I mean, it definitely was me. Maybe it's more ripe. Well, I definitely got my mangoes quite hard. Giggity. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna just wait like another day to make another one. So the mango I do have is at least easy to just cut through and stuff. I never get a renewable one, a crewable one. Oh my god, that fucking hat. That's like the most redneck trucker hat I've ever seen, minus the TNT logo.
Yeah, I hate this.
Oh my god.
I'll give this one to Robert. I'll wear this one. Okay.
Bella, are you fucking just whining at the door? You can go through that, you know. You're not that big. You're fat, but you're not that.
I think she is.
Never get chewed.
Well, her legs hurt, you know. It's like
Making another batch of meat tonight alongside her rind. Dope.
Or, well, obviously Mom will somewhere, like Mom trying to get in the shower.
Yeah.
She can't lift her legs high enough. Bella has the same issue.
Yeah. I mean, her fucking...
Okay, I gotta get going.
Like puppy, like mama, like puppy. Honey is so fucking expensive. Oh, damn, it really is. Get yourself a Make America Great Again hat. Maybe. I'll probably get one, ironically, for the lols, but I wouldn't actually, like, I couldn't possibly unironically wear that. The biggest thing of off-brand honey I could find is $15. Holy shit, dude. Like, we get, like, for here, there's actually a few places where you can get just local honey. Like, some people, like, have, like, one little bee farm or some shit. And they will sell honey at, like, right outside their house and stuff. Like, I mean, because, at least around here, there's a lot of places where people's properties kind of vary. Like, ours, for example, is kind of, I would say, more smaller compared to others around here. Because some people are able to have, like, fat things of cherries or big things of strawberries in their backyard and some shit. And honey is another one that people like to have. One thing I noticed is there's more than a few people here that own goats and chickens. Like, there's so many people that have chickens and goats here, it's insane. Like, but like, honestly, I've thought about it. I'm like, I can easily take a chicken or a goat. Like, these fences are just, like, basic as fuck. Like, no one actually... Like, I can easily... If they were, like, right by the fence, I can just go over and, like, oh, bitch, come here, and just take you home. It's like, I got a goat, bitch. I mean, it's pretty easy. But I wouldn't, because there's no... Why would I have a goat or a chicken? Unless I wanted to kill it right away to eat it, but I wouldn't do that, because that's just... I mean, I could just buy chicken or goat somewhere else that I can actually just cook up and save me the time. There's this meat honey store in Charleston that sells a line of honey that costs $150 for a bottle. Holy shit. Why is it so expensive down there? Damn. Like, if I remember right, honey here isn't super expensive. I don't normally get honey on a regular, but, you know, I kind of want to, though. Uh-oh, I'm being called out. Well, fuck. Let's see what's going on outside. What? Oh, okay. Well, it will. Okay. Now, our house is also very, very, not soundproof, but sound booming, so we're able to talk through a fucking garage door. That's, like, totally fucking, like, just, I mean, look at this. This is our fucking garage, dude. Look at this fucking door. Like, oh, well, there's also my fucking mama's fucking old sign for her old business, too, so there you go. There you go. You fuck. Whoa. Ah, get out of the way, stool. Holy shit. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, but even with all that shit up, I can still, like, okay, hey, I'll talk to you. And even, like, on the other side, I could do the same thing. Obviously, because I was able to talk to my dad through that fucking door, and I could do the same for the house, basically, too. Like, there's no soundproofing in this house. Like, I could talk to someone, like, if I wanted to, I could talk to my uncle who lives in the other room right next to mine and just talk through that fucking wall. Because there's, like, no anything, dude. It's ridiculous. Then again, my uncle built this house, so He built it cheap. I'll say that. Like, that's kind of another thing why I say I'm, like, privileged as fuck, because my granddad on my dad's side bought the property, and then my mom's brother fucking built the place, even though he did it cheaply as fuck. Like, I mean, my dad just says, like, he's surprised his house is still standing. Hyped for Fallout 76, I'll give it a shot. Obviously not the next in the series, but another spin-off. Luxury hunting, bro. I'm not actually really hyped for Fallout 76. I don't really get hyped for games anymore just because of developers who'd rather make an extra buck instead of actually work on a game that's going to sound cool as fuck. Like No Man's Sky, for example, and stuff like that. I mean, at this point, I need to withhold hype before I actually play a game. Because I just feel... I mean, if it comes out and I see really decent reviews, I'll give it a shot, too. But, I mean, I'll probably give it a shot either way once it's released. But, I mean, for the most part, it's just like, I don't know. I'm going to withhold on that. I need to get some meat. Will be smooth. Man, you're making me really want fucking meat. I know where to get some, but I can't right now. I'm like less than 2 months away, and you're making me fucking jealous right now, bro. You're making me envious. You're making me not withhold to my personality type of architect, dude. How dare you? Also, last stream, I also did a personality test, too. So I was able to find out my personality. Which I think actually I got some meat for you. Mead. Not meat. I have plenty of meat. I mean mead, bro. I want mead. Get some mead in here, bro. But yeah, when I took the personality test and I found out I'm an architect personality type, which for about, I think it was probably about maybe 80 to 85% accurate overall. It's a good thing your uncle good thing that your uncle's okay now. Where's all the pipes and wires are at? If you expand, I don't know where all of his pipes are been around. He just hasn't been in that mojo, I guess. It's like, what the hell, bro? You need to get in the mojo. You need to like make, like we have a graveyard of pipe. I have a bunch of pipes that are potentially like usable again. It's just that they need to be like ghetto rigged, basically. I mean, that's what we call it. Like, we either call them like robber rigged or just ghetto rigged pipes that we just do it. Cause I mean, let me try to see if I can find one that he built up himself or some shit. I don't know if he has one in here, but I'll see. I mean, there's been so many that I've gone through totally various different journeys and shit. Is there one in here? Well, nope, there's not one in there. I guess he has it all in his room. It's good that you don't have a meth lab. Down here in the south, you can't go 50 miles without seeing an obvious meth lab house. I'm talking about pipes in the walls. Oh. Oh. Okay. All the pipes and wires, if you expand. Well, luckily, we're not really planning on, like, expanding the house, I guess. But, I mean, we're definitely gonna, like, refurbish it, and this is just going to be like a long-term project, essentially. Like, we're just starting room by room, basically, and my mom is a miner at first, so once I kind of get mine a really cool setup and shit, it'll be dope. It'll be good. I just don't know, like, the bed situation, because I've been thinking about getting an upgrade. If you make a studio, if you make a studio, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that my room is probably going to be half studio, half, like, actual room. Like, I'm gonna at least definitely just still have a bed there, for sure. So, it's just that it's gonna be like in the far corner instead of like taking up middle of the room. And then like the studio would just be like, at least about a third of the room is gonna be like the studio setup itself. And then from there, the other half of the room would just basically just be either empty space or just, you know, just my room. So, hopefully I'll make that pretty good. And if I end up, I'm most likely inheriting into this house anyway, so by that time I'll probably move him to my parents' room, call that my room, and use my current room as an actual studio room and make it a full studio setup. The series is trying to make a class of ebonetics. They call it niggerish. It got canceled pretty quick. I can imagine that. Down here we call it nigger rigging. Oh, we call here too nigger rigging. Call it nigger rigging too. But somehow I see you and Harley in bunk beds. I do too, dude. That's why, I mean, we've been kind of mentioning it, which, you know, that it's one of our things that we're considering to see if it'll work. Because if we can make it work, then fuck yeah, we'll definitely do it. But Right now, it just probably wouldn't be able to work. But give it like a month or two, around the time that the lease is going to end for him, I should probably be able to at least get something set up decently enough to where I can make it good looking. And also, my room will definitely, like, the ceiling, most of the walls will be covered in just posters and shit, because he has a lot of them too. Like, it's not just me that has all these fucking posters and stuff, so, I mean, we got a lot. And the whole ceiling would probably be covered. Are you taking top or bottom? Probably bottom. I mean, I like top bunks, but I think I'd rather do the bottom, because then I can just, you know, flip right out of bed and call it good. Because then I wouldn't have to, like, you know, flop down and shit, and flop back up, and plus, you know, at least it'll be kind of quiet up there a little bit. Somehow I see you two sharing a bed, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm drunk and my inner homo comes out when I'm drunk. Well, I'm half homo and so is he, so, I mean, he's even put that option, but I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, but I mean, I'd prefer a bunk bed myself. But, yes, he's even pushed that a little bit, so I mean, of course Ignar's a power bottom. I am a power bottom, bitch. Power top, but I like that bottom bed. I like that bottom bed for my power top. Everybody is bi. At least here. I mean, at least for my group of friends. Will you two have matching jumpsuits? No, I don't think we'll have jumpsuits. But I've tried to push, like, getting, like, I'm trying to push, like, I'm gonna, like, get the group meet up and shit, and talk about, like, how we should have, like, our appearance set up. Like, for ourselves, like, when we're in front of the camera, like, should we go, like, nuts and, like, all wear masks or some shit, or should we all, like, just wear some, like, crazy shit or something, like, every time? I'm still in, like, the, what's that word I'm looking for? I'm blanking on a word, goddammit. Oh, whatever. I mean, like, prepping, I guess. I mean, we're still kind of, like, prepping how we should make the appearance, and, like, maybe, like, the surface, like, just the screen and shit, make it look cool for everybody to check out. Like, I don't know if I should have, like, a chat screen on, like, the bottom, or not, but if I do, I'll probably, have it at, like, the bottom or something, but I have no idea. I know I want to at least have, like, a Patreon for that, and I know I at least want to have, like, super chat set up once that gets a thing. And then from there, I know at least I want to get the Discord connected with that, and then from there, I don't know, really. Just kind of go, like, once we start, it will kind of become more clear what I should branch out into. Like, I know I'm going to have, like, a podcast official Twitter once that gets set up. Once we get big enough, I'll just do it too. And if you people have, like, videos to send, they could just send it for DM. Are you going to the DFF meetup? Unfortunately, no. I'm not 21 by the time that happens, and it's in Los Angeles. And you are? And you're a lucky bastard. You are a lucky bastard. Because I want to go to that shit. Like, when they come to Portland, I'm reserving that a VIP ticket, like, right off the bat, dude. Right off the bat. There's no way I can just be, like, missing that, dude. And by the time that happens, I know I'll be 21, because, I mean, there's no way they're going to do, like, another meetup within, like, a month after that. I mean, they planned a long time for this one, so, I mean, it's going to be big, I feel like. I think it's going to be great. I got my VIP ticket on lock. Dude, send a picture. We got to get, like, spread that, dude. Like, make that your fucking, like, little icon of you next to TJ or some shit. That would be cool. That would be cool. That, for the proof. The proof. Pixar, it didn't happen, bitch. Pixar, it didn't happen. I turned 21 in 2 months. Same here. Well, a little less than 2 months now. What's the date today? The 25th, August 16th. Yeah, about a little less than 2 weeks. Like, not a little less than 2 weeks. A little less than 2 months. Probably like 6 weeks. 6 weeks until I'm there. Ugh. What the I'm really got, like, this constipation feeling all of a sudden. What the fuck? I turned 25 in 5 months. Nice. Nice. We're all getting close to our new ages. And you're going to be a quarter century old at that point. I mean, one thing I've noticed is, like, time, at least, seems way longer. It seems like it goes on forever, like, the longer your life goes on. Like, I've been, like, when I was 10 or some shit, like, I didn't really have memories, you know? Like, I mean, obviously, because you're like 10. I ain't saying that's okay. You don't have to open up your age if you don't need to. It's okay. We're not expect this yet. And I just realized too that Lars Larson may be on. And this guy is a fun, interesting little character to listen to. So at least get it to the station. Rest of articles, if you're just back to 2040 will be the year biological immortality will be achieved. It definitely wouldn't spread to the whole world, but I mean, if that's the case, I would love to sign up for that somehow. Maybe not. I wouldn't maybe like I would rather be in like a cryogenic sleep for like 1,000 years and then wake up with like, you know, like this biological achievement of being able to like live 3 times your age and then like live out the rest of my life at like 20 to 50 or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be really cool. Like, and then be able to kind of like go into the future and then being able to see like human advancement. So basically Fry and Futurama. Basically, yeah. I mean, basically to set up a Futurama where Fry was cryogenically slept and then woke up in the future. But, because I think that would be dope. Like, I mean, I have a weird feeling if cryogenic sleeping is able to be achieved like that, and like biological immortality is able to be achieved like that, I have a weird feeling a lot of very important quote-unquote people will be saved. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like the Walton families, I guess, or like the fucking Bush family or some shit, you know, or like the Clintons or something. Like, just very important, like, you know, high-stakes people in, you know, geopolitical worlds where they would be, would you try to bang the first Cyclops you found? Maybe not the first Cyclops, but I'll probably bang a really hot alien. I don't give a fuck. If it's exotic and looks like, damn, I'll experiment with that. I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm into furries, so I think I'm already halfway there. I mean, I think I've already proved I will at least go somewhat there. So, I mean, I would definitely like go for some exotic alien if it comes to the situation. I'd be down. Fuck it. Let's do it. I mean, we're fucking humans. I mean, we're curious about everything. I mean, at some point when we meet like some form of like sentient life or some shit, like give it like 1 year, and I can guarantee you, I want to make love to green women like Captain Kirk, Ignar 2018. Damn straight. And not only that, but fucking like, what's in the animation series? What was that fucking MRS? There we go. Like, you know, make sure that my communications communicator or whatever the fuck, MRS, is satisfied for the ship, you know what I mean? Because I am Captain Kirk. I am Captain Kirk. Captain of the USS Enterprise. Honestly, the one Star Trek I don't like is the one William Shatner wrote. That's like the only one I really don't like. I love the movies besides that one for the most part. Oh, whoa. Get out of my bong earbuds. Well, I do want to make love to blue women like Commander Shepard. Oh my god. Well, hey, I mean, if there's like some crazy exotic like green or blue alien women, I'm down. I don't give a shit. Seriously, I mean, I'm promiscuous enough. I'm promiscuous enough. I'd experiment. I'd try. It doesn't hurt to try it once, you know? Damn. Whoa. Let's see what fucking Lars may be saying if he's on. I like to fuck the Garrus Vicarian. Who's a fucking someone on Star Trek gotta think. You know, I would actually like, if I was like a crew on the Voyager or some shit, like, and I was like in the officers or some shit, like, I'd totally be down for Janeway. I don't know about you, like her as a captain, like in general, I think she's probably, I would not say she's my favorite captain, but I would say she's in the top 3. And I'll also admit, I would definitely bank her. I would definitely do it. Because, I mean, Janeway is old as fuck, though. MILF, bro. Just MILF status at that point. It's a cougar, dude. I mean, I'm down for cougars. I mean, I'd be okay with an older cougar. I don't mind. So, suck it, bitch. But, I mean, like, if I had to do, like, top 3 captains just in general, I'd probably have to say... Fuck, I haven't thought about it in a while, and my opinions did change a little bit, so... I'd probably have to say maybe, Picard, Kirk, and then Janeway... Well, hold on, yeah, like, that would be my top 3, and then I would say Sisko, but Janeway and Sisko might as well be tied, because I think they're both pretty, in their own ways, really equally great, like, because I think, for Janeway, considering where she is out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the galaxy, basically, the Delta Quadrant, I mean, she doesn't have, like, this high authority figure that's looking over her, so she's able to have the freedom to actually be herself as a captain, you know what I mean, like, you know, and also she's really, like, she kind of has, like, this, you know, like, this, leader of the family type of figure, because, what the I thought that was like an engine, but I guess that was my fucking washer machine. Deep Space Nine is boring as fuck to me. Oh boy. That is a contentious opinion to me, because I love Deep Space Nine. I love the premise of it. I love the theme of it. I love how it gets a little darker. Like, I don't know about you. You have to really, it's the later seasons you need to check out. Like, because, I don't know if you're watching the, Cinemas versus Cinemas Deep Space Nine little venture, but I think they do a pretty good job at, like, explaining it for the most part. And the first season is probably not the best, but it just gets better, like, as the season goes on, because there's like a 7-part episode basically that's just about, like, the fucking Dominion War or some shit, dude. That's, like, crazy. Have you ever watched Babylon 5 or Drama? Also, DS9 still can barely watch any in the first season, lost interest. See, it's the first, that's what I mean. The first season isn't the best. Like, I have to admit that. But later in the season, I think I don't know when, I forgot when Worf starts making his appearance, but he gets in there later. Like, it's a really, like, I don't know. I just love the show. I just love the premise, the story, and the themes about it. Like, I think a lot, like, there's so many different characters that get a lot of development, from the Bajorans to Dominion and the Federation. Like, there's just, like, this crazy, like, I don't know, I just have a totally different opinion on Deep Space Nine, because to me, like, I don't see it really boring. It seems like, to me, it's like, because they're out, essentially kind of out in, like, the Wild West of the Federation. They're trying to make the Bajorans join the Federation. There's also, like, conflicts and political tension going on within the Bajoran planet. So, I mean, pretty sure Kevin Sorbo was in Babylon 5. Yeah, I haven't watched, unfortunately I haven't watched either of those, but I've seen Babylon 5 on Netflix, so I think I'll just have to give it a shot, just check it out. I think the guy who played Sisko gave a wooden performance. A little bit. That's why I say he's not my, that's why I think he's a little tied with Janeway, because if he was, like, feeling the character a little more, I think he could have been my top 3. But that's why I say he's 4, because I think he is a little wooden, for sure. Like, he feels more stern and just more, like, reserved, like, meh. But, I mean, I feel like you kind of get, is it the moral righteous Federation telling the galaxy how to do things in DS9? No, it's not. No, it's not. Just, I mean, there's a lot of political tension within the Federation and the Bajorans, including Dominion too, because there's a fucking war that breaks out. I think of 2 of them at least are in the series, but yeah, like they don't really push, like, that narrative hasn't, or at least that theme isn't present in DS9 that much. Like, there's a few episodes that kind of go into that, but there's a lot, like, that really gets into it. Like, there was this one episode in season 1. Wait, the Terran Dominion? No, the Dominion, which is like a alternate federation within the actual universe. It's not the Terran Empire of the Mirror Universe. It's just the Dominion, which which is composes of the Jem'Hadar and the Cardassians. Not the Kardashians, but the Cardassians. I don't know why those names are so closely related. I don't know if Gene Roddenberry thought about that. But I think there's one other race, the Changelings, I think, but I don't remember. I haven't watched Deep Space Nine in a while. But I love it, though. I love Deep Space Nine. I have to get back into it. I haven't, like, watched the entire series. I've just loved it a lot and seen most of it. Haven't seen, like, every single episode, which I need to. I don't know if it's, like, still... Is that a StarCraft reference? That was a StarCraft reference. Oh. I unfortunately did not get it. I feel ashamed now. I did not get a reference. I don't get references. Currently melting up the honey with the wire. Sweet, dude. Nice. Yeah, that's cool that you're able to, like, fucking, like, distill your own honey. Like, I'm gonna have to do that at some point. Try that out. Just give it a shot. Even if I'm, like, already able to buy some on my own, might as well try it. It's cool to experiment with shit like that. But, yeah, like, what was another thing I loved about Deep Space Nine? Like, I mean, there was also just, I just kind of like that dark theme, because there's this one episode in season 1, I remember now, I was going to talk about that. It's, I think it was, I forgot her name, but she was a Bajoran who was a revolutionary fighter, basically, in the Civil War. And when the Federation was able to kind of shut that shit out, like, stop that, and able to kind of indulge, like, at least some peace to kind of unite the planet and shit of Bajor. At least I think that's how it went. She became a Federation crew member for Deep Space Nine, basically. And there was this one episode where there was this old dude who was living on this planet with a very toxic atmosphere, and if you lived on it, you would basically die. And he made his life there, basically. And there was, like, this very big moral question of, do we just go full authoritarian and just, like, evict him of his home and force him to leave the planet? Or do we just let his own liberty and free will, you know, to stay there, just, you know, override any protection for his own life and health, basically? But in the end, she chose the very more authoritarian position of you are not going to die here, because that would be stupid. Isn't it the race of Physonics who joined up the Federation? I don't remember. See, like, I haven't watched Star Trek in a while. I'm kind of out of that lately, so I need to get back into it and, like, refresh my memory on some of that shit, because I think, but I don't remember, but I think so, because there's a lot of, like, episodes and throughout the entire Star Trek series in general that there's been races that have joined the Federation. So I don't remember if they did, but they might have. But I just don't remember right now, because I'm blanking on it. I'm blanking on it. Got, like, a blank mind hide going on. Oh my god. I'm gonna see if he's back on, which I doubt, but maybe. No, traffic report. Fucking traffic reports. Just gotta love traffic reports, man. Oy, oy, oy. Dude, I actually found out there's, like, more fucking fruits at my produce. There's, like, this... Let Carl gnar your bunghole and jog your memory. Oh, God. Let Carl ignore your bunghole. And I will not let... That won't help. That won't help. That would be like the opposite of helping me jog my memory, because there'll be other shit going on. Not just be like, well, what the hell? Even Carl's like, what the fuck? I love it, dude. Oh my god. God damn it. Oh, god damn it, dude. Even he's, like, taking a step back and, like, what the fuck? Whoa. Whoa, why did I have to get involved? Why couldn't you have, like, one of his friends involved in that shit? How dare you getting me involved? Fuck you. There's about to be, like, some beef going up in this shit. Am I about to see some beef? Uh-oh. But one of them has higher authority, that's the thing, so I feel like that beef might just get squashed instantly. I do have my trio of, my 3 Musketeers moderators that I have formed. No one gets Beavis and Butthead references anymore. like Carl Nargibungo in documentary. I haven't watched Beavis in a long time. I know of Beavis and Butthead. I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie Beavis and Butthead. I think it's it was the one where they were going all over America or some shit. I've seen a few episodes. I don't know if there's just nowhere where I could find it online or some shit, but because I tried to find it out there, but I just can't. It sucks because it's like I love Beavis and Butthead. I want to get back into it. I haven't seen that in such a long time. Such a long time. Oh my. I hope aren't any Muslims around because there's about to be some pork. Oh shit. It's not beef, but pork. Oh damn. Damn, son. Have you ever had long pork? I think I have, yeah. I've had all sorts of different pork, honestly. I think I've had, I mean, obviously bacon. I mean, you can't never go wrong with bacon. I've had, pork ribs. I've had, pork steaks. Fucking, I mean, just all sorts of different type of pork. Pork is good. Pork is good. That's another name for human. Long pork. Oh, well, I have not had human. Nor there was supposedly like some cannibal club or some shit that like existed in Los Angeles, but where like high profile people went, but it's bullshit. I looked it up and I was like, let's just find out if this is true, and it's not, of course. You can't fucking like legally sell human as a food or just a thing. Like, I mean, like. What name one place that lets you legally just eat humans? Like I can't think of one. Maybe like in the Amazon or some shit, but legality and shit like that doesn't really apply to Amazon tribes and shit. So I mean, like when it comes to like normal society, I don't think humans being eaten is very acceptable amongst that. So I mean, if there's like I know people have tried human as like a where the person gets like a chunk of their actual meat extracted from their body and like either on their ass or on like their thigh or some shit, just a very chunky part of the body basically. Some of the still primitive tribes in Africa do it. Oh yeah, there's this one tribe in Africa that does still do it. I think it's in I think it's either in Chad or I'm sure there's more tribes that do it besides this one tribe I'm thinking about. But I mean, yeah, I mean, but outside of like primitive tribal lives and shit, I mean, humans are naturally like, yeah, we don't eat each other. Like, I mean, there's people that make like moral questions of like it still happens in Papua New Guinea too. Oh my god. Well. It's still happening somewhere. I mean, I definitely don't deny it still happens, because even people, when it comes to, like, survival and shit, like the Donner Party and stuff like that, like, that becomes, like, a more question of, for basically, my survival overrides this person dying, so there's no food, you're dying anyway, like, we might as well eat you, so we're just gonna put you out of your misery and then let the group survive, because there's just, what the fuck are we gonna do, like the Donner Party and shit, you know? And I think there was this plane crash where that happened too, and I think out of like the 30-some people that were there, I think there was only like 20 left, or like 15 left, and some people died on site of the crash, and then people were killed and eaten. I mean, so and there was pictures of that too, I think. I don't know what the incident that was called, but I do remember that happened. Like, they were crashed in the Alps, I think. And then they had to cannibalize some of the people because, well, there's no food in the Alps. Like, you're lost in the middle of the bumfuck nowhere of the mountains, and you're trapped, and you need to eat. Like, if you want to survive and, like, fucking, get rescued at some point, and you have, like, a large group with no food, I mean, that, even to me, that poses a big moral question, because it's like, would I eat Joe over there to let me and a few of other people survive? No, not at all. Oh, do you think the world would be a better place if the Soviet Union won the Cold War? That's deep. That's a deep one because, like, I love delving into alternate history. So, for me, I feel like the world would not be better, but probably, like, we came really close to this existence where Trotsky wasn't killed, returned to Russia, and overthrew Stalin, basically, or was just became the actual person to replace Lenin as he was dying and shit. Like, it was because even Vladimir Lenin said Leon Trotsky is going to be my boy when I die and when I get replaced. And Stalin was just like, nope, and became a temporary leader and did the Great Purge, exiled Trotsky, assassinated Trotsky. So, I mean, he made sure there was no quelling within Stalinists and Trotskyists, basically. But if it were the case where Stalin just simply didn't gain power, or Trotsky's house in New Mexico is now a museum, I'm going there now. I need to go there. I would love to go visit. Like, I'm not a communist at all, but I would have to say Trotsky was probably the better one of the three. I would have to say he was more violent because he was a general of the Red Army during the Revolution. So I mean, he did a lot of killing. I'm not going to take that away from him. If Trotsky had taken over, 100%, I 100% believe all of Europe, with exception of maybe the UK, would be communist. I agree. I actually do agree. It's where he got assassinated. Oh yeah, I mean, because it was Mexican communists paid by the Soviet Union, the NKVD at the time, which was Stalin's basically commissars that were all over the place, making sure that his propaganda overruled basically any other Soviet type of propaganda. And killed him with an ice pick. Just got iced. Literally iced. So, but if he, like, say, were to just gain power naturally, or just, did a coup of Stalin during, after his exile in the Fourth International, I think he probably, like, I think history would definitely be so far different, because Trotsky was a Jew, and hated Hitler just based on his anti-Semitism alone. So he was not going to let just Hitler get away with that talk. Like he would have bulldozed over Poland for the World Revolution because he believed in the permanent revolution, which is what the Fourth International was based off of. And that guy was like, he was just going to convert Poland with or without force, whether Poland liked it or not. And then he was just going to keep going to Germany. And he was going to make sure the World Revolution was spreading. And, I mean, I'm sure he was going to have political infiltrators in all these different states like China, which even Stalin did help out with China at the time in World War II a little bit. At least the communist Chinese. And then, like, Latin America was, there's going to be, he was going to be spreading there too. And, make sure that he gets, gets like a foothold in Africa when, and free all the little African states, basically, that are colonized by by imperialists at that, basically, or fascists, depending on who you want to look at, Italy or Germany. Do you think the Sino-Soviet split would happen under Trotsky? With Mao, because I actually did read up about this a little bit. I found this channel called Feature History, and they did the Chinese Civil War from basically the beginning and the foundations and the background of how it happened to the very end. And it's a really, really good video. It's really good. You should check it out. Just like look up Feature History, and it's one of his more recent videos. But it's a really good video. It's like 15 minutes of just history. It's really cool. I feel like maybe because Mao just believed that his the true version of communism was his, which was Maoism, basically. So I think no matter what, unless Trotsky was like sympathized with those beliefs or intertwined it within his own philosophy, I feel like Mao would still just be like, now you're revisionist. So I feel like that Sino-Soviet split may have still happened. Maybe not to such a severe extent, because Stalin had a very strict, view of how especially of a one state. But I feel like Trotsky's view of a more world revolution, spreading just, communism in general, I feel like that if it did, it probably wouldn't be very severe. But not as severe as it probably was with Stalin and Mao doing the split. But I know for sure, I think even maybe the UK probably even would have been overthrown. Like, because at that point, you're going to remember when Stalin got raped by the Finns? I think everyone remembers when Stalin got raped by the Finns. I mean, the Finns raped Stalin, but somehow Stalin still kind of got his way. I mean, he got to Karelia, and there was I think that was in the second part, because there was like 2 wars. There's the Winter War, and then there was the Continuation War, which is basically the same thing, but it was during World War II, so it's just kind of part of the United Conflict. Do you think the Latin Confederation, Soviet South America would happen under Trotsky? Probably, but I actually do think that would be a most likely a possibility, especially if he was exiled and was in Mexico, because then at least he would be able to have that footnote in there. Like, he would have supporters and followers already in Mexico, so that would at least give him a structure to kind of start that type of thing. What was once Finland's second largest city is now a post-Soviet shithole. Damn. Wasn't it, what's it? I'm forgetting the name off of it, but I think it was just right next to St. Petersburg, or Leningrad at the time, but I'm forgetting the name of it. Vipurli. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, because this is one game that I play, or I used to play, IL-2 Sturmovik 1946, and they had the Finnish War as a campaign, and Vyborg in Russian. Okay, that makes sense. Now it's coming back to me. But in the Finnish campaigns and shit, that was like a big place that we were always like fighting around. It was Vipurli in Leningrad. But it's really cool. It's a really cool game. It's a very old one, but I still love it. I could actually probably still play it fine on my computer because of how old the game is, but I mean, I have no idea. I'll have to just try it. But yeah, like, I do feel like with Trotsky, because his more world revolutionary view, I feel like, do you think America would have been turned into the SSSA, Socialist Soviet States of America, under Trotsky? That I actually don't think. I think the Cold War would have been a hot war between the two states, and from there, I really generally don't know who would have won. I think at least North America would probably still be under, like the umbrella of the United States, considering that they have nukes. I mean, they kind of had nukes at the end of the war, and the only reason why the Soviets, at least the main reason, is that they had spies in the Manhattan Project, but none of them were ever discovered. So they kind of got away with finding out what nukes can do and how to make them. So if that were still the case, if it's pre-1947, then America would nuke Russia to death. Yeah, basically. But for me, I feel like Germany would become the German Democratic Republic, of course, because that was the Eastern Bloc of the Germany. I'm actually wearing a jacket right now of that era. 1947 is the year Russia got nukes. Yeah, I would have to say so. That if there was a hot war pre-1947, there wouldn't be nukes involved unless the Americans were like, we just don't want this to go on, we're going to end this quick, we already just went through a fucking war, we're going to nuke Moscow. Like, if that was the case, or maybe Leningrad at the time, or Kiev or some shit, then, I mean, that probably would have led to a very awful future. I would have to say, because, I mean, at that point, a lot of Europe is going to just be in fucking disarray and shit. And then I feel like saying the United States would have had a very, very strong influence on Europe at that point. When you got, like, their main, the main core, like the Soviet Union, gets nuked or some shit in this scenario, then the rest of the states are just going to start collapsing because now the main core of the heart of your fucking union is nuked. Or at least some core parts of the union has been, like, fucked and nuked. Then there's going to be a lot of chaos within Europe at that point. I mean, honestly, that shit might just be around the core, too. The American Empire would be much stronger in that timeline. Damn straight, dude. I mean, it's bad enough as it is, but I think it would have been 20 times worse under that timeline. And I'm just saying that because Trotsky believed in a permanent revolution, a one-world revolution, basically, a united communist world, basically. And while I do believe in, like, having a one world, unity at some point, I wouldn't do it that way. I mean, I think there should, be like a political revolution for it, but I don't think it should be violent as fuck like Trotsky and the Soviets were doing. But I mean, that's kind of why I like Trotsky more out of all three, is because, take out some of the more communist-leaning philosophy of it, and then, I mean, some of the basis of his philosophy is not too bad. Like, I mean, I don't know if there's books that he's written. I think he has, but I just can never find any. But if I do, I want to grab one or two. It's like the Muslim Caliphate. The battle never ends. Yeah. I mean, imagine how bad that would have been. Could have been a very long war. Oh, yeah. I mean, imagine this. Like, if Trotsky and the United States at the time, or at least the whole Soviet Union Comintern at the time, how do you feel about Kermit the Frog, a.k.a. Jordan Peterson? Basically how TJ feels. Like, the dude is... Now, and on top of that, that guy's fucking weird. Like, he's like slouches like this, or it's like this, just like meh, or like meh, like this. But yet he says, you should have your back straight and clean your room, bucko. It's like, dude, take your own advice. I mean, the guy's weird. He's just got this, like, very, very, very low energy way of talking that is, like, weird and does word salads of, like, you're just a nihilist postmodernist. And, we gotta make sure the postmodernists and the nihilist cult and the group and the narrative of the nihilists doesn't take over and everything. And I'm just like, oh my god, like half the time I fall asleep through his shit. Like, the only thing I really agree with is, like, some of his principles on free speech, but I think anyone can agree with that. Like, I think anyone with a brain will just understand what free speech is and get and, value that. I mean, so, besides that, the dude's just, like, I mean, if it's not him, it's the cultists that go around him that really distaste me from him. It's like the joy vampire sucking the joy out of everything. Yeah, he is! Like, and he sucks the life out of me, dude. Like, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, ugh. Falling asleep and shit. It's like, I can't, it's like, just can't handle that shit. It's like, it's just too, like I listen to Noam Chomsky make speech, but at least with him, what he's talking about is so interesting, I'm just tuned in. I mean, and I just put it on double speed, because he's a very slow talker, and sometimes he might not be able to understand everything he says. But, I mean, at least I can get what he's fucking saying. I can at least value what he says. And at least he's being honest, too, on top of that. So, I mean, I just don't like Jordan Peterson. He's just, like, I've thought about getting his book just to really see what the big fucking hoopla was about. But the more I've thought about it, the more I feel like I'd just be wasting money. So I just said, fuck it. If I see an audiobook, I'll check it out. But if it's in his fucking voice, there's no way I'm doing it. If it's in his voice, I could not do it. I just couldn't. Let's be honest. Under Stalin, the Soviet Union was a fascist government pretending to be socialist. Yeah, I would have to say so. Like, I know I don't like being like, there was never true communism type of dude. But I meed yeah, there kind of really wasn't, honestly. I mean, Stalin was a reactionary authoritarian. He just used some philosophies of socialism and communism to boost his narrative with an already very high communist society that is being bolstered within his country. So he just was using it as manipulation for his own benefit. I mean, if you look at Stalin, the Great Purge, Holodomor in Ukraine, just a one state and then having puppet states all around you to defend your own self, basically. I mean, he was more of just preserving what we already had. And he ensured that, including politically. So, the dude definitely was, I would have to say, arguably worse than Hitler in a way. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say probably worse, but at least just as bad. Because, I mean, you can't take away fucking Hitler's Jewish Holocaust, but I mean, you can't take away Holodomor, which killed more people. So, I mean, I feel like he was probably way worse. Both are very shitty, vile people, but I feel like Stalin just takes it a little bit more. Just a little extra. If you took Hitler out of the loop, I think World War II would have happened anyway, maybe later, but still happened. I think so, too. I mean, yeah, the Bolsheviks' revolutions were kindling at that point. Like, that was starting. And also, I mean, it already did because, I mean, Karl Marx planted the seed, basically, when he was exiled for Prussia, France, and UK. And the UK was nice enough to let him stay anyway, but he wasn't a citizen or allowed to really stay anywhere. I mean, but he did. And he just wrote newspapers, I think, for the most part. That was, and he passed it around amongst industrial workers and wherever he was going. So, I mean, he planted the seed already. And then, fuck, I'm blanking, God damn it. But yeah, I mean, Hitler could have been taken out, though. There was a British soldier who confronted him in World War I. It could have killed him, but was respecting of his enemy enough to let him go run free, basically. Like, I don't know if Hitler was armed or not in this situation, but I think he was on top of a bridge or some shit. Hitler was in the ditch, and he just looks up and sees this British soldier aiming a gun at him, and you can imagine how the fuck he's feeling. He's like, oh, this is it right here. I'm just done. But there was, hesitation, and then he just ran off, and he didn't take the shot, from what I heard. At least that's what I think the story goes. He ran away, because he didn't shoot yet, so what the fuck are you going to sit there for? Run off and start running. Still hasn't fired a shot, so you're just going to keep running, and don't question anything, just go. I wouldn't blame him for that, but, I mean, if I was that soldier, even he didn't know what, that man was at the time, But I can imagine, at the time, after the fact that it happened, and realized, oh, this man now rules a country and is now spreading all over Europe. Holy fuck. Einstein tried to kill Hitler with his chronosphere, but failed to send him back in time. That's definitely a reference to something. Command and Conquer, Red Alert. Yeah, that's right, Red Alert. That one clicked in my head somewhere. Because I love Command and Conquer, Red Alert. That's a really great series. I think because it really actually delves into some really interesting alternate history. It takes it over-embellishes it and over-exaggerates it, I think. But I think it does a really interesting job, at least for kind of a political sense, kind of seeing how it would turn out. Because I think it probably would have been in that scenario. If, let's say Trotsky was still in power in this scenario, I feel like Japan would still be a warring power within China. The Pacific would be mostly under their rule. I think especially if Germany was taken out early on by Trotsky, there wouldn't be an axis to actually form, so Japan is essentially by itself. The first game was serious, take on all history, later games are silly as fuck. Yeah, I haven't played the first one, but I played Red Alert 2, and that's kind of one of my favorites, because I love the kind of the comedic over-embellishment of it, but I love the premise of it, you know what I mean? That's what I love about it, and I haven't played the original one. I have to admit, though, I love Yuri's Revenge. See, the only one I have really played, even though not that much, was Red Alert 2, even though I love it, because I just love the premise and the theme of it, but I just haven't gotten the full games. I've had a demo of a couple of them, and Red Alert 2 is the only one I actually had for a while. I think I downloaded it on my Xbox, but I don't. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I downloaded it off my Xbox, or I think a friend allowed me to transfer it, and I was able to play it. It was one or the other. I don't remember if I bought and paid and downloaded on there, or vice versa. Yuri's Revenge was the expansion of Red Alert 2. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. I haven't gotten the DLCs for it. I just kind of have the original game. So I don't have Yuri's Revenge. But I would love to check it out, though. I'm probably going to get, when I get my PC upgrade, I'm going to get all these games like Red Alert 2 and shit. Like games in my past that I loved. Because, I just love those games. It's a really great game. What's a really good... There's this one... there's this game that gets a bad rap. I forgot the name of it, but it's like, what if Churchill died in this car accident that he had? The crazy fucker tried to mind control the entire world. Fermentation has begun. Nice. Sweet, dude. It's actually going along. It doesn't seem like it takes that long. It's only been like an hour, and you were boiling the honey like half an hour ago, so damn. It's coming along quick. Yeah, I'll have to check out Yuri's Revenge. I'll probably just check out like a gameplay of it, look it through. Hitler in World War I and II played a part in Nostradamus' predictions for world leanings and futures. I think he was second Satan. whoa. I mean, I don't think anyone could like beat Satan, but I mean, he was definitely a very vile, awful, horrible piece of shit person. I mean, for sure. I mean, I'll have to really get into, like, I don't know if there's like a fat book of like Nostradamus' predictions and shit, but I would love to check it out, because I mean, there's like throughout generations there's been humans that have like very unique abilities compared to others. Like, it's kind of like a genetic mutation, but it's a positive. Like, it's like a very big positive. Like, there's this guy who has like insane memory, who's able to like do like a helicopter flyover of a city, and will have a big portrait from like the garage, like from one side of this garage to the other, and draw a whole big portrait of it and shit. And like, you know, they do it as like insane photographic memory, basically. I mean, there's people who have like really unique abilities that, you know, most people don't, and you know, Nostradamus seems like one of those figures. If you want a custom campaign for Red Alert 2, get Mental Omega mod and gives you extra 70 missions and links to Red Alert timeline with the Tiberium timeline. Oh shit, that sounds cool. That sounds really cool. I'll have to check that out. Damn, there's a lot of things about Red Alert that I've missed out on that I just never experienced. Damn. You know, there's actually one thing I think there should have been. You know, one thing I think that a game should be based off of. It's like the Cold War if it went hot, like in the early 50s or some shit, and then like, you know, make it. I don't know if there's like a mod for that or some shit for like Arma 2 or something like that, but it should like. I would love to see like a game with like a similar engine to like the Arma engine, and then just do like a like an alternate history where like the Cold War got hot, and you have like maps of like Berlin, fucking Germany, Slovakia, and all this shit, you know, and even in like fucking jungles and shit like Vietnam and stuff too, and in China and Korea even. I mean, and make like a hot Korean War or some shit, and even like have Alaska as like a map. The official canon is the Soviets win the first Red Alert. The Tiberian timeline happens if the Allies won the first Red Alert, and then Red Alert 2 happens. This mod makes it so Red Alert series takes place before the Tiberium Wars. Damn, dude. Damn, that's crazy. Like, I love it when, you know, that's what I love about mods, because you get people who think of these really great ideas like that, and then, you know, tie lore together and shit, essentially. And, you know, it becomes so popular, it might as well be canon and stuff. I mean, it seems like that mod has done a very great job. Shapiro alert! Shapiro alert! Uh-oh. What did I say? What did I say? Carl, how about that Dart-type game feature? Natalie Mars. Whoa. I like how Westwood originally wanted to do timelines. Oh, great. Hiccups. Great. Yeah, I just need to get into Red Alert, man. I just need to, like, get into it again. Yes, Joe Malloy. Well, I mean, we got darts. Oh my god, it's nothing but traffic reports. I'm waiting for, like, a very, very awful opinion, a very shitty opinion by Lars Larson here, dude. Like, the last thing I was hard on listening to was his views on, like, how do you guys like Fallout 4? I have it, but my computer is so inferior, it literally just won't even open the game. Like, it's just it's just not superior. Like, the game is so superior, it just literally will not start on my computer. Like, it won't open. Like, it's just like, play. It's like, starting. Nothing happens after that. It's like, great. Nothing. It sucks. But, I mean, that's why I need a computer upgrade, because there's games I want to play that I just can't. Look up some Rush Limbaugh. Ah, no. I don't have Rush Limbaugh here. And even if I did, that would be too far gone. I mean, he's so irrelevant. Why, like, does anyone listen to him still? Like, do people still listen to Rush Limbaugh? Because I don't think, I don't even remember, like, my dad said he used to in the 90s, back when he was a thing, but, like, after, like, 2000, like, I think his name just dropped from the face of the universe, but now it's just remembered in memories. Like, I feel like he just generally is just like a figment of everyone's memories now. Like, he doesn't even exist. He's just like this, like, he's just this phenomena that people have just been bestowed. Glenn Beck is probably about to kill himself. Oh my god, I just remember. Okay, I just remembered. I saw the CNN interview where he stormed off like a triggered little snowflake faggot, and yeah, the new Secular Talk video. Yep, and oh my god, it was fucking glorious. Oh, it was so beautiful. Like, dude, he is like the epitome of at least a right-wing SJW. I mean, what a little bitch. Like, like, Brian Stelter fucking, straight up, like, hit some nerves, dude. The new one dropped just now. Oh, shit. Okay. Sweet. More are dropping. Oh, I got a note for it. Oh, no, I didn't. That was one from last time. Okay. Okay, then. Well, that is fine. I'll definitely check it out here in a minute. I'll check it out in a minute.
The administration says more than 500 children have been
more like Brian Seltzer. Damn straight.
2,300 remain separated. CBS's Maria Villarreal visited a facility at the Texas-Mexico border. The supervisor, which has a government contract to run this...
Is people still talking about that? This fucking immigration thing? Holy shit. Like, I thought a lot of that passed already. Like, I mean, I know Trump did, like, some half-ass executive order to end fucking family separation and shit, but is this seriously still a thing that's going on? Fuck, dude. I'm about to buy some more seltzer tonight. I'm gonna get my mom into seltzer. She keeps drinking fucking sodas, and it's like, if you want carbonation, I'm gonna start buying you fucking seltzer. And I'm gonna buy some, damn it. I need to get her into the big seltzer lobbyist industry. I'm gonna start pushing it. Supreme Court says police needs to warrant search your phone. Well, holy fuck, yeah, that is a duh. Like, police should not be allowed, like... Okay, I've been, you know, every now and then stopped by a cop before, and for the most part, it's fine, you know? It's like, whatever, they're just asking me to put a light on my bike because I rode home from work or some shit, or I came back from the bank because it happens to go right by the police station. So, I mean, there's, like, I get, you know, stopped every now and then or whatever, but it's like, they don't harass me and shit, but if they ever said they want to search for some shit, like my phone, I got a little bit of furry porn on my fucking phone, that's it, but, I mean, I still would say, no, you're not touching it, fuck off. Like, I mean, do you have a warrant to search it? Because I'll, like, let you look at my home screen, but that's it. Like, you're gonna see my home screen, see my apps in my background, that's it. I ain't gonna let you touch it or nothing. You want to see my gallery? Here it is. Oh, you saw furry porn. Too bad for you, bitch. Now you know I like that, so whatever. Wolfie nail. Indeed. Yes, it's hot here. Just bought 10 bottles of Pepsi. Damn good, sir. Just give him blowjobs when you get pulled over. That's what my sister does when she gets pulled over. Oh my. Oh my is right, dude. Is that serious? Does she seriously just offer that? What? Have you ever been arrested? No, but I did tell the story when I almost was. It was my 18th birthday, and we went to Suicide Bridge, which is this famous bridge here, that people killed themselves over, because it's like 100 feet down to the highway below, or the bushes below, I mean, depending on where you want to jump off of this bridge. And, I'm serious. Oh my fuck, dude. Your sister's slutty, dude! Holy shit! What is with her sexual, like, activities? She's open, damn. Like, I feel like if I ever, like, if you ever come to a Portland meetup, bring her. I want to see what the fuck happens. Like, holy shit. I won't even do anything. I'll just talk with her. And, she's a mega slut. Holy fuck, bro. Oh my god. Does it work? Does it, like, work 100% of the time? I find it hard to believe this 100% of the time. Tell your sister to let me tongue punch her fart box. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where did this get down towards? Yay! Lars is on. Let's see what stupid shit he says. Yay! I never tried to fuck my own sister. Well, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, how the, like, just ask her, just, like, if you get pulled over and offer blowjobs, does it work 100% of the time? Like, I'm curious. Like, if it does, then your cops are fucking, like, just as slutty as her. It's like, oh, free dick suck, alright, go down. Like, I mean, it's just like, if I was a cop, I'd try to turn that down a little bit. I don't know. But I'm not a cop, so I wouldn't give a fuck. Oh, this isn't even Lars, this is just some other bullshit. Fuck you. Radio's not giving me anything. It's just giving me more ICE shit. And I think actually Portland, from what I've heard, started a movement with Occupy ICE. Oh, yeah. Oh, that. Yeah, only the male ones, apparently. Damn. Wow. So, I guess if... Okay, well. Alright, well, I just don't know what to say to that now. But damn. Open. Open for business. That's what I have to say, I guess. Yeah, at least turn this on to see what bullshit they are talking about. Might as well.
And he says he doesn't want Portland police to get sucked into any conflict.
Firefighters now outnumber townspeople in mopping. KXL's Pat Boyle talked to the mayor.
Mayor Lynn Ewing says it's because of the big boxcar fire burning nearby. He says fire crews are camped out at the high school right in the middle of town.
There are some scattered at other campgrounds around the area, but most of them are down at the high school.
Holy
They've
shit.
taken over the whole upper floor of the high school for the management team.
He says fire season around there usually doesn't start until late July or August.
So it's
I
really
haven't any weed in almost
for a
3
fire,
months.
and it's definitely bigger
Damn,
than
dude.
most
I mean,
fires in
it seems
recent
like a
years.
lot of people here
The
don't,
boxcar fire
for the
not
most part.
expected to be fully contained for almost 2 weeks. Pat Boyle, FM News 101.
Ugh.
Conditions are so bad
That one got
for
me a
some
little
transit
bit.
riders
Shit.
and drivers in Portland that the
Damn, there's like a
Transit
town
Union
in
holds a
called
special meeting
Moped
tonight ready for complaints and
or some shit that has more firefighters than literal, literal people that live there. That's crazy. You think young Mark Hamill was good looking? Yeah, I have to say so, dude. Yeah, I think I've said that before. I think he, especially his younger years, he looked pretty good. Damn, this one fucked my throat up a little. Ugh. Ugh. It's like booty or some shit. Damn. I feel like I want to make that sandwich idea again. I think I want to do that really quick. You know what? I think I will, because I am hungry. So I think I will do that really quick. Let you see this fucking amazing sandwich I did last night. Would you bang a young Harrison Ford? I mean, I don't think he's bi or gay, so I mean, I think that's out of the question. But I mean, if there was like an alternate bi gay Harrison Ford, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. I would do it. First batch is now bottled up. Dope. Dope. Boom. Get the kale. Where's the meat? Where's the meats? Where's the meats, bitch? Oh, here's the meats. Is that everything? Nope. Where's the other thing? There's the other thing. Bam. This is gonna be bomb. Is that a fedora? I think it's like a trilby fedora. Like I could if I folded this down. Like I could, but I don't fold it down. It's meant to be folded up. Yeah, I'll, well, I cannot get myself to look up, but whatever, that's fine. You'll see my torso. That'll be good enough. Get some fucking bread in this bitch. Like, I'm being serious though. Putting mango slices on this will be very good. I'm being serious. Last night it was just so good. Like I do have a mango, and I am gonna cut that shit up. I am going to do it. I find it funny how so many people were against homosexuality when the Romans were butt fucking each other openly back in the day. Dude, there was fucking like saunas and spas like that men go to and frolicked in and were naked and shit. What do you think was going on there? Just everyone having a good time nude in a bath? Totally. Like they are totally butt fucking a lot in there, dude. Of course. Like, I mean, even the Greeks, I mean, there's this island of Lesbos, which is actually where I think the origins of the word lesbian come from. Which is like, whoa, dude. It's like, damn, that's cool. Fucking lesbians were in Greece and shit. An island full of them. Like, I'd be down to be on an island full of, like lesbian women, even though I would not have any action myself. I wouldn't give a shit. It'd just be like, yeah. Fucking lesbians, alright. Let's just be like free porn everywhere I go. Free lesbo porn, oh yeah. Well, this is going to be a very dumb, thin slice. Whatever, I'll just put that there. Well, I just got one fat slice to put on there. That'll be good. Because now it's being a bitch to cut. And I'm too lazy right now. Chipotle mango ham. This is so fucking good. Get on there, bitch. Get on there. Get on there, bitch. Yeah. Gonna save the last little bit for another one later. There we go. Boom. Almost out. Wow. What? 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 I beg your pardons. Where's those fucking like big fat earphones that you need? Like, I beg your pardons. What did you say, sonny boy? What did you say? The messages keep disappearing. What? Uh-oh. Is YouTube censoring? Is YouTube censoring? Because I've only, like, I haven't seen any, I don't know if it's like top chat. That's me. That makes it disappear. Let me make sure it's not. So. Okay, well, I have no idea. I am unaware. I'm unsure. Stop making thick cuts, bitch. Get thin. I need... Oh, there's a fucking seed in here, I bet. Yeah, there's a seed right here. I'm feeling it. I need to carve that bitch out. Where is it in here? Yes, Venom, I've seen a few of your messages disappear. Oh shit, well you guys are seeing it, but I haven't seen a message disappear yet. I've only seen, what, and the messages actually disappearing. Damn, dude. Fucking YouTube censorship, bro. You kind of look. Damn. Uh-oh, did YouTube now just stop you from saying the rest? I know if you try to, like, say shit, like, really quick like that, they will just fucking, like, say, alright, take a time out, you said too much. Which I find kind of stupid. It's just like, dude, people, there's a chat for a reason. Unless it's on slow mode, then people should be able to say however much they want in a quick amount of time. This is really getting to piss me off a little bit. YouTube censor alert. Damn straight, dude. Like, I don't know when or if there's going to be, like, a fucking... Hold on. That didn't work. That was a stupid failed attempt. Trying to get this fat, like, end off. There we go. Well, can't eat that. But can eat that. Fucking mangoes, dude. Fuck you, YouTube. Yeah, fuck you, YouTube. You bitch. Censoring our community. Wasn't this meant to be an open, free area of discussion? I guess not. I guess not. Watch you don't cut yourself, damn hard mangoes. I know, dude. I forget how hard mangoes really were. And if I cut myself, well, it's just free entertainment for you guys. You get to watch me frolic in pain. So, yay! My misery is your entertainment. In some ways, it may be, because I had to watch I watched a Brett Keane video with you guys. Like, I tortured myself. Like, I tortured myself with the fucking manatee. Like, oh, fucking manatee, man. God, this is... Oh, well, that fell. Whatever. There we go. I'll just start eating it at this point. Dark as fuck. It's dark as fuck. I'm turning this goddamn light on. It's just me here, so... I forget I can do shit around here. Plop some mango. Plop this other fat mango, because got nothing else better to do with it. Put some pickles on there. Get some kale up in this bitch. And damn, we're gonna have a nice sandwich. There we go. I like this pickle too. Man, last night this was a mean sandwich that I made. Get on there, fucking tail. Like, I just wish I had pineapple. I feel like pineapple would be really good for this. I really generally feel like pineapple should be necessary for this delicious thing. Like, just one slice of pineapple on top of that. Nah, man, I was talking about the Shattered Grid trailer being dark as fuck. Oh, there's another movie, Shattered Grid. I haven't heard of it, so now this is my first time hearing about it. Oh my god, I think I put too much kale. You don't even have paper towels. Bitch. Man, we're like out of everything. What the fuck? Out of milk. Damn near out of bread. Out of, I don't even know what else, cereal. Like, just out of everything. What the hell? What the hell? Well, nah, man, it's a trailer for some Power Ranger event. Oh. Well, now I'm making a batch of peach cider. Nice. Nice peach cider. Got some of that peach cider. There's not even a bag in the garbage bag. Oh my god. There's not even a bag in there. I just threw mangoes in there. Oh my god. What the hell? Ah! This is dumb. Oh my god. I swear to fuck, if we don't even have garbage bags. If we don't even have garbage bags. We don't even have garbage bags. I'm not even gonna try to look for that shit. That's just ridiculous. Oh my god, we're out of garbage bags? How do we... I got errands to run now, damn. This is ridiculous. Now I have errands to run, now I have to go get garbage, fucking... I have to get... Look what just fucking fell. It fell on my fucking, like... Whatever, but it fucking, like, fell on my damn, like, disposal. Oh my god. We're out of juice? They drank my juice! Bitches. Man, I'm getting like, we're just like, what the hell? Out of everything. Damn, that's a mean sandwich right there. That looks good. And it is good. Okay, I did not plan this. I did not plan this accordingly. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. I planned it now accordingly. I made it work. Go back in here. Boom. At least we have paper towels over here. At least we're not out of those. Oh, well, actually, no, we're not. We're actually about to be out. Fuck! I just want to get out. Ugh! I hate it when shit makes me struggle. It's like, don't make me struggle. Just do things for me. There we go. Got that thick fat bitch. What the fuck? It hits the trike? Fuck you. Okay, things are just not looking up to me right now. It's just things don't want to go my way, but at least this sandwich is going my way. Mmm. Mmm. This is good. I'll move this over here for now. Like, if you ever find like the Chipotle mango ham or something like that, or just a really weird exotic flavored meat, like get like an equivalent of whatever the flavor is, because it makes it so much better. Like the Chipotle mango, once I jack this peach cider, it's gonna be fucking lit. I realized I meant to say lit. Dude, that just sounds lit, man. I love ciders, meads, certain wines, Irish cream. I'd probably even say malt liquor too, to an extent. So look into some of the bench shit a while back. Apparently tried to fuck Chelsea, and that's what broke up DP. What? Damn, dude. I know he was fucking girls while he was married, so I know that was the thing. Like, also when it came to DP, I was mainly, I did mainly watch for TJ Paul and Scotty. But yeah, you need to explain a little bit. I never heard about him trying to fuck Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like with shit like that, we can't just like, be just saying that and just be like, oh, yep, is this what happened? I mean, but it sounds like up his alley at least, a little bit. Like, it sounds like he did a little bit. Reddit and the DFF subreddit. or the DP Reddit. The do. DP. Yeah, I doubt the DFF subreddit goes into much detail about that, but I know the DP Reddit, I don't really go on Reddit that much, but when I hear there's like all sorts of shit like, man, you know, it's fucking like DP now is like so much better, or like, oh, it just sucks now, like, oh, what the fuck happened, why did they split up? And now even, some people don't even realize, it's like, yeah, I haven't been back in a year, who's these new people? What happened? It's like you like DP, but haven't seen it in forever, and you come back, and you're like, ooh, who's these people, what? It's like, huh? It's like, were you living under a rock? Because apparently you were.
Last week, Homeland Security Secretary Kirsten Nielsen also forced out of a restaurant. Everyone's saying it's unacceptable to discriminate based on political views.
President Trump says he wants people who cross the southern
border
illegally to be promptly deported. He says he even wants that for
really?
To cross illegally and then seek asylum. Trump says
I, Donald J. Trump, must say that if you are illegal, you are to be promptly deported, no ifs, ands, or buts, or due process. Fuck you. Tremendous. It will be bigly and tremendously huge. Bunch of stuff about how Ben was fucking girls to try to hook up with a couple underage chicks as well, but I didn't get how true any of that was. Well, I feel like, the shit about him just fucking other girls is most likely true, because I heard, there is actual evidence for it. I never really seen it myself, but, I mean, I feel, amongst, like, creative differences and shit, I mean, it seems like that was part of the reason why. He fucked Alicia Adachi. Alicia Adachi. I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that last name, but... Yeah, I don't really know too much about their... I'd fuck Alicia, to be honest. I don't know too much about all that information. I have no idea who Alicia Adachi is, but I'll have to look her up. Might as well. Might as well take the look up and hook up. That's a dumb way of saying it, but I don't care. Does she make videos? Because I have no idea either. I don't. So, that is an answer that we should understand here in a second. Or not. Because I have no idea. I think so. Okay, well, cool. Now there's a possibility that she does make videos. Well, cool. I'll have to look her up anyway, and if I find out she does make videos, I'll even say, hey, she makes videos. Look at it. Whoa.
Part of a Middle East trip to lay the groundwork for more Israeli-Palestinian peace talks. And that is your White House briefing.
How much time will it take?
Okay. Well, you want to know how you get, like, fucking peace between Israel and Palestine? Maybe you should, like, sanction Israel a little bit and, like, fucking stop supporting their apartheid and oppression of Palestinians and shit. And maybe there wouldn't be such bad conflicts. So, but no, I feel like, you know, continuing the fucking prophecy of, you know, the Revelations or some shit. And it is all of our land. Or whatever the fuck. You know, it's just like, it seems so easy if you take out all the fucking nonsense and the weird gibberish bullshit that they all spew, and just, like, look at it from just a human stance. You know, what Israel's doing is fucking horrendous. I mean, even people who are religious, like, there's even other Jews who are saying Israel's fucked. Like, I mean, I do remember seeing pictures and I think a couple videos of Jews actually, like, protesting the apartheid and everything that is going on in Israel. So, I mean, it seems to be growing. It seems IDF, more like the IOF, if anything. It's not the Israeli Defense Force, it's Israeli Offense Force. Ignar is such a good goy. Such a good goy. Ironically, I am calling out the goy. I am calling out them goyams, sir. I mean, not like a literal goyams, but I mean, like, I think I'll have to do an Ignarism on, like, a difference between, the way I see it, Israel has no right to exist if they're going to oppress Palestine. Yeah, I see it the same way, too, to be honest with you. Goy means non-Jew. Oh. Well, I don't know all the fucking, like, Goyim and Goys mean non-Jews. Okay. I get that now. I just understand, like, there's all sorts of fucking, like, different, like, terms and shit that people use, and I feel like, I don't understand them, so I don't really use them, but people use it all the time. It's like, what the fuck, what? But, okay. Non-Jews. I don't even know if I'm Jewish or not. I need to check my ancestry on that. We are all the American pig dogs. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Did we get, like, commie red-pilled? Is that what just happened here? But, yeah, the way I do see it, too, is, you know, with their mass oppression and basically just invasion, if you think about it, it was like a political invasion. Like, in 1947, when Israel was, or 1946, I don't know where, it was after World War II, they gave Jews a home, Israel, and at the time, it was Arabs living there and shit, Palestinians. So, to me, I just see it even then. I mean, they're there now, so unless they stop this fucking oppression that the government's doing, because I don't know if the actual Jewish people agree with the shit, but evidently they have to fall in line for it, because it seems like any criticism of their Israel government will just give you the biggest backlash in fucking human history. Like, you know, like, to some white right-winger or just someone who supports Israel, they'll say I'm like some anti-Semite, just for just saying, you know, I don't think Israel is what they're doing is right. It's like, that makes me anti-Semite? No, it makes me anti-Zionist. But I want to, like, that's why I'm, like, I want to do ignorism on, like, anti-Semitism versus, like, anti-Zionism in Israel and the whole conflict there, because that would be a really good topic to kind of delve into. America needs to do a regime change in Israel. I wouldn't say maybe a regime change, but Israel needs to do a regime change for sure. But America's stepped their fucking toes in too many fucking places. Like, I wouldn't want America to do it. Like, the UN needs to actually, like, man the fuck up, grow some balls, and actually fucking, you know, physically do some shit for a change with Israel and Palestine. Like, there needs to be, like, fucking UN peacekeepers, like, separating, like, the IOF, might as well call it, or the IDF, whichever one you prefer. I prefer IOF. You know, from fucking gunning down and sniping Palestinians and fucking, you know, just causing all this fucking tyranny with the apartheid and shit. And, like, send peacekeepers in, like, fucking, you know, Palestinian villages that haven't been invaded, and fucking Israel starts, you know, claiming their territory or whatever the fuck. You know, turn them around and fucking, like, even detain some of their fucking, like, this needs to be, like, a fucking issue that the UN, like, needs to really get some balls and fucking get in and deal with. Because I think with most of, at least from the Non-Security Council point, most of the UN disagrees with what fucking Israel's doing. But no one wants to, like, man up to it, you know? It's like, oh, we disagree, but we won't do anything. You're not helping. You know, like, UN just sits there and, like, says, like, oh, you know, we like this, or we disagree with that, or you should do this. And it's like, you don't do anything about it. Like, you're not really the UN doing anything if you're not stopping, like, oppression and fucking humanitarian crises around the world. You know, America would step in on Israel's side if that happened. Oh, yeah, dude. We already do. We already do right now. They're essentially like a necessary asset to us because of just they keep turmoil going on in the Middle East. Makes it very easy. It makes it a very fine wire to step around in the Middle East. And when we get our hands in it, it just causes crazy turmoil. Boosts up the proxy wars between Israel, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. And then from there, that boosts up the Russian and U.S. proxy wars that are still going on. So, you know, it's just continuation of, like, proxy wars to, you know, benefit either side to their own extents, or vice versa, you know? So, it's just a whole fucked situation. I mean, it's like, what really disturbs me is how much the Christians here support fucking Israel so much blindly. Like, even my dad, who's fucking agnostic, fucking thinks Palestinians are, like, threatening Israel with Molotov cocktails and kite bombs and shit. even though they're 700 yards away from any Israeli, and also no Israeli deaths or wounded, as far as I know. So apparently, Putin is an ex-KGB operative. I think Russians would invade Israel and wipe them out. Shapiro alert! Palestinians left to live in sewage. Shapiro alert! Yeah, I bet they totally do, though. But I think, wasn't it just a fact that Putin is ex-KGB? I thought that was just something about him that was just the thing. That would be very bad. We have a treaty with them, and they are known to have at least one H-bomb. They actually have, I think, about 80 or something like that. They have a pretty significant amount. He doesn't hide it. Putin was openly a KGB officer. He doesn't hide it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think, because I remember even he openly admits, I used to work for KGB. Da. So compliant. Like, I mean, I just kind of figured that he was. Who is them? The likes? Kikes? Yeah, them, yeah, I think Israel at least has like 15, as far as I know. I think. I don't remember exactly. Or like 80 or something. I remembered I looked at like the world's nuclear stockpile, and Israel was on the list and had a significant chunk for how little, you know, land they own. I'm shocked that we haven't sold Saudi Arabia a nuke yet. I am too, dude. I'm actually really surprised, considering how Iran now has the ability to make a nuke again, because the Iran deal got fucking crumbled. I'm surprised Saudi Arabia is like, America, give us nuke. Give us the nuke. Give us nuke. I mean, I'm surprised that hasn't happened. I'm surprised even Iran hasn't even asked Russia for nukes. Like, can we just speed the process and we buy a nuke from you, so we at least have something? You know, or, you know? Like, that's what I'm surprised about. Like, I guess that would just cause such international turmoil politically around the world. Like, why in the fuck are you giving them nukes, basically, and stuff like that? I mean, but then again, I mean, how do you know that for sure? That's true, too. I mean, for all we know, that could have... They probably do, and they have secretly, but... I mean, I haven't seen any evidence for even, like, a suspicion that they have, so I know we've sold them weapons and shit, but I don't know about nukes. So, as far as I know, Saudi Arabia is nukeless, but I would not... But I wouldn't hold it past them if they did, you know? I want us to be surprised. I'd just be surprised if they say they didn't get it from America. I'd like to think America's smart enough to not give the #1 state sponsor of terrorism a nuke. I feel like, you know, yeah, because honestly, we just support Saudi Arabia for their own genocide of Yemen, basically, and we support them because they got oil, and Saudis like making money. So, I mean, we were supporting them at least financially, but I think that's about as far as our allyship really goes. But we shouldn't even have any relations with them, period, honestly. What do you think of Tommy Robinson? Doesn't sound familiar to me. I might know. Give me a little refresh, because Tommy Robinson. I don't know if I just don't know him, or I'm just blanking on who that is to me right now. But it's not sounding familiar. Oh, I think Lars is actually on now.
He says it's pretty
Nope, never mind. Never mind. How much do you want to bet if we gave them a nuke, it would end up in ISIS's hands or one of the other terror groups? Oh, yeah. And considering how Saudi Arabia actually funds Al-Qaeda, especially in Yemen, yeah, it would not surprise me at all. You know, giving these... Like, honestly, I think nukes should just be outlawed, period. But since we got them now, I would not let them go into anyone else's hands, honestly. Like, we shouldn't even be given, like, they shouldn't, again, I don't think we should have them in general, but to the countries we have now, there, like, needs to be, like, a serious, like, treaty or something to say we will never use these, period, and we'll actually talk about getting rid of them in the long term. Like, set something down as a route to fucking get rid of these things. Like, I mean, they're so, like, imagine, like, what this fucking Tsar Bomba would do if that dropped on, if, Russia had, like, 5 of those. They at least had one and tested it. And then one that wasn't used. That's just chilling. But, or at least a replica. But, I mean, imagine, like, if Russia stockpiled that for their fucking weapons and dropped it. Like, just 5. That's all they would probably ever need. And just drop them on, like, important places like London, D.C., New York. And then, like, well, not Berlin because Eastern Bloc. And then, like, Paris. And then, I don't know, fucking Boston or some shit. You know, just drop them randomly. Imagine the fucking, like, chaos that would have ensued and shit, you know? I mean, the destruction that these weapons have, you know, in general, I mean, they should, you know, there should be denuclearization talks happening, but just no one ever fucking wants to do it. Because, you know, we're in such, at least politically, standing a very militaristic world right now. I mean, we're peaceful, we're more peaceful than we probably have been despite, but I mean, considering the circumstances, it's, you know, that's being ran on a very thin wire. Get rid of nukes and conventional world wars come blaring back. Fearing the nuke would keep wars from happening, for now at least. I mean, at least look into the future, considering how interconnected we are and shit. I don't think, like, something like a world war would return, but I know, like, there's still gonna be fucking conflicts and shit. I mean, Africa and, you know, those places are still underdeveloped and still trying to develop that. Just are going through fucking shit, you know? But if we are at least trying to open up, even with our enemies, about denuclearization, then at least with that being said, there will be, at least to me, it would seem like there will at least open relations and communications more to all, you know, when we all kind of come together to try to, you know, end these type of aggressive relations with everybody. Like, if we get to that point, yeah, mutually assured destruction. I mean, that's the problem. Like, we have this idea that, oh, you know, that, you know, they got the weapons and they're gonna try to take us all out. Like, I mean, like, that's, you know, it's just, I mean, it kind of goes to the very core thing of tribalism, honestly. And I think, you know, with how connected we are, I mean, we're not really a tribalistic, you know, species anymore. So to continue to hold on to these very tribalistic ideas and views and shit, and is starting to die out. I mean, I wouldn't really consider myself that tribalistic at all. So I mean, because of my view that, you know, we should just treat everybody like a fucking human and try to, you know, work together for the greater good of humanity and shit. But humans suck dick a lot, so we're not really good at that. But, you know, I would like to think that we could, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, for me, it just seems like a lot of the problems does root into corruption, the root of money, and with all these big corporations, lobbies, and special interests, you know, perpetrating these fucking conflicts and shit for their own benefits and profits. Like, that's how I really see it. So, and if we got rid of a lot of that problem, or at least try to curb it, and fucking do like the Iceland method, and actually, like, you know, put these fuckers in prison and shit for their crimes, then I really do feel like we could at least work towards making a better society. I mean, I don't think we would, but at least I think we could at least get started with that. Because, I mean, I don't know, I don't think anyone was here for the last stream, but I did a personality test, and I kind of went into that a little bit because of, there was this one thing where it's like, I think it said you have, like, it was about, like, very, you like to delve on to, like, unrealistic or impractical ideas, even though they're interesting and shit. And that's kind of how I am a lot. I like to think about these ideas that seem really unpragmatic or unrealistic at times, but, you know, I think it is a plausible thing that could happen, you know? It just seems unrealistic right now. Just be glad humanity will likely never make antimatter bombs. Oh my god. Like, I don't know if anyone watched Thunderfoot, but he was going to, he did a few videos earlier on, a few months back probably, or a couple weeks back, on antimatter, bullets and shit, and I don't think there's going to be a way for us to fucking get antimatter weapons like that if, like, one antimatter of helium, or I guess anti-helium or some shit like that, or could cost so much fucking money. I think we, like, only have, like, a particle of anti-helium or some shit that we're able to produce or something. Like, I have no idea. Like, it's a really interesting video. It gets in a bit of antimatter that I would never know anything about. The gay bomb turns everyone within 300 miles gay for a day. Was that a fucking project they tried to do on Hitler or some shit to, like, take him down? Like, basically get him the gay. Like, make him, like, effeminate and shit. I think I've heard that before. Like, I think there was just, like, the show on, like, 10 outrageous, things in history or some shit. And it was, like, 10 outrageous ways that, to assassinate Hitler was one of them. And that was something, to try to make him so effeminate and gay, basically, that they would, do a coup against him or some shit. Oh shit, TK got his phone fucking working. He just sent me a text. Okay, that's cool. But I ain't gonna respond to that right now. I'm doing this! But what's your favorite gun? Oh, damn. That's hard because I have a lot. Like, I guess when it comes to, like... I mean, fuck. I guess I could say my favorite gun I would love to own would be an SKS-45. Or just an SKS, just in general. But... for most favorite gun. I think I would probably say... that's hard. I'm really thinking about it. They've been made all over the world. That's what I love about it. There was an attempted coup on Hitler, Operation Valkyrie. I remember that. I think even there were some high-ranking officers within the Reich that was trying to overthrow Hitler too. I don't know if I was actually part of it, but now everyone's fucking hit me up. Holy shit! I'm doing this for a little longer, a little bit longer. I want an authentic Russian AK. So do I, dude. I mean, considering how I got East German memorabilia going, I would love to get a East German built AK, which I think is like an MPI 76 or some shit like that, or like an MPI something. But they made idiot-proof Russian technology. Nice. And oh, fucking Christ. And Stefan got a car. Cool. Everyone's letting me know of some shit. But that's what I love about Russian technology. It's basically idiot-proof and simplistic, reliable. To me, at least, I would say they're pretty real. At the time, at least, they were considered very reliable. I don't know about how an authentic, like, 1980s built AK from Russia would stand now in 2018. The actual AK was made for only a few years. The vast majority of what we see are called AKs or actually AKMs. Yeah, I know, holy shit. There must be a group chat that fucking Tyler set up, or TK set up and shit, because holy fuck, everyone's just replying now. A Russian friend of mine told me that most Russian tech is built idiot-proof. That's what I've heard. Actually, Back to the Future History, channel that I found, they did, how I found them is they did Russian gear, like, is, like, Soviet gear dead? That was, like, the question. And basically it was kind of like a yes and a no, because while Russia itself is starting to upgrade its shit, for the longest time it had Soviet equipment because it was everywhere for one, and it was just cheap and reliable. And it was just like, why do we need to really replace it? It works just as fine. So for the longest time they've kept like Soviet era equipment because it was idiot proof and simplistic and reliable. And they just need to start replacing everything because shit's getting old. I mean, over time, shit gets old and you need to replace it. I mean, it's just a matter of life, basically. I mean, someday this jacket's gonna fucking wither out into nothingness. I don't know when, not my lifetime, I ain't gonna let that happen, but I mean, eventually it will. So, I mean, replicas of these type of things will have to be made. Look up Binkov's Battlegrounds for alt history war scenarios. Alright, I'll check that out, because I love, you know, I know Paul, when I watch ideology and shit, when people ask questions that kind of delve into alternate history and shit, they're just not about it. They're like, I don't like delving into, like, this weird what-ifs or should, could-have scenarios, and I'm like, I disagree, because I love it. I mean, because he has a great series on the Cold War going hot without nukes. Now, that I would love to check out, because I think there's a lot of different things where, a lot of different scenarios where the Cold War could have gone hot without nukes. I mean, with all the proxy wars going on in the Cold War, any of those could have gotten so hot that the U.S. and the USSR getting involved would have been enough to start a whole hot war. I mean, it gotten that close a lot. The Gulf of Tonkin was one very big popular one, especially with the Vietnam War. But what if, like, the fucking Soviets got involved in that shit more? It was like, whoa, America's trying to overthrow a little ally or a friend of ours, Vietnam, with Ho Chi Minh. Let's fucking aid them. I mean, the Chinese, from what I know, did a little bit, but what if, like, the Soviets did too? I mean, and I'm pretty sure they did as well. I mean, there was MiG-21s, they gave them MiG-17s. I mean, they gave them equipment, you know? But a lot of, like, their arms and shit came from China, from what I know, because they had, like, the Type 76 AK variants, which was the Chinese-built ones. So, I mean, it could have been, there's so many different things that could have gotten the hot war going. Like, what if East and West Germany started, like, getting tense with each other again, and then they both started kind of getting hot, and then started a big Cold War, or a big hot war based on just some Germany again, basically. You know, that could have been a scenario. I mean, there's all sorts of scenarios that could have happened. Within minutes of war, hot conventional weapons and jets will be doing strikes into enemy territory. Oh yeah. I mean, every fucking, at least popular nation, or at least an important nation at the time, like France, Germany, Russia, even Finland to an extent too, because they still had a little conflict with each other. I mean, there would have been like some intense shit that could have happened. You're back? Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, we need to post three couple. What the hell?
The Finnish AKs, the Valmets, are the Cadillacs of the AK world.
I'm gonna go down there.
Oh shit. I'll have to check. Oh, Robert's back too. They're all back.
Not everybody.
Everyone's back.
What the hell?
Tent's abandoned, I guess. Abandoned tent. Abandoned the tent. Oh, a drill. There's a drill right here.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
hit
drill.
it on me.
I did not try to hide it. It was there, and I just put a bag next to it. Good sir.
On top of it.
Okay.
Don't make me drill you, good sir. I'll drill you. Ah, being drilled, no! Oh, got drilled. What we're getting into. Would it be about a week before American reinforcements arrived, though? Actually, no, because there was American troops posted in Europe, too, during the Cold War, especially in Germany. I remember this vet once, when I had this jacket, actually, he recognized it, and he was talking about some of his tours doing border patrolling with Germans and Czechs at the time, or at least near the Czech border and the German borders. And he was able to like see officers where that have worn this uniform before and worn like the military uniforms out there. So I mean, there were Americans that were posted in Europe. So I think, yeah, but I mean the bulk of the American army. Probably, I would say the bulk of it was definitely still at home, but I mean, there would have probably been at least enough of a force of American troops within Europe to at least help out with the either repelling an invasion or doing an invasion. And then the main bulk of America, once that comes in, game over, I think, because I mean, even at the time, we had a really big fucking military. When Japan bombed us, they unleashed a beast like no other. And that beast is still prevalent today. Like, if you gotta give Japan one thing, they really set foot into what America was going to be the next 50, 70 years. I mean, it's crazy how history just, like, really ties in like that. I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know if anyone heard about the butterfly effect, but I mean, that's kind of what it is. Like, the bombing of Pearl Harbor basically has industrialized the country in a militaristic fashion, and has made it the biggest military force in the fucking known world right now. Like, that's fucking crazy. Russians could pull the stronger force than we had replaced in Europe before the rest of the army arrived. Well, Russia's right next to Europe, so yeah. The Red Army would just become flooding right back like it did with Germany. It'll do the same thing. And on top of that, there was the Eastern Bloc anyway, so they already had a buffer zone. So even if we got into Poland or Slovakia or Hungary, let's say, like, by that time, the main Russian force is about to come in. And when that happens, you're just going to get so overwhelmed with bodies, basically, that you're just not going to be able to withstand the brunt onslaught. And, I mean, you'll eventually go back into a stalemate again, but you'll just go back and forth. The entire Cold War traces back to the assassination of Archduke in 1914. Yeah, everything does, really. Everything in modern politics dates back to that. Because the Cold, you know, I'm reading a book on Archduke's life, rule, and power, and his assassination. Holy shit, dude. What's the name of that book? Because I would love to check that out, man. There's like War's a Racket. I need to order that. They kept all their old equipment from World War II and would have likely used it on top of their newer equipment. Oh, yeah. Like, give a lot of the older equipment to reserves and, like, or just frontline troops, and then get all of your new toys all organized and ready to push forward, then, you know, shove that shit through. But I mean, if there was like a hot war in the 50s and shit, like, most equipment would definitely still be relatively World War era, for sure. There will definitely be a lot of modernizations and new tech and experiments going on, like, near the end of World War II. I mean, it would just be a lot more prevalent at that point. The Assassination of Archduke by Greg King and Sue Woolmans. Talks about his family and personal life, too. Cool. Because I don't know much about the Archduke. That'll be really interesting. How he met his wife and stuff. Cool. Yeah, I'd love to check that out, because I haven't heard much about Archduke, besides just his importance, of course, to World War I, World War II, and the Cold War and everything. Like, that's about as much I know about him. And plus, he was the Archduke of Austria, I think. Austria, I'm pretty sure. He was in Serbia, and Serbian Black Hand assassin. It was going hid along one of his supposed routes. His driver took a wrong turn, and by chance, just happened to get lucky and kill him. So, I mean, it's crazy fucking story with that. I mean, the driver took a wrong turn. Like, how terrible of a driver are you to take a wrong turn and get lost and then die, basically, because of that. When he met his first wife, she wasn't royalty, so the emperor tried to stop the marriage. Damn. Yeah, because fucking monarchies and shit are so about their fucking royalty and pure blood. So fucking dumb, though. I mean, evidently he saw something in her. He wasn't royal. She wasn't from a royal house. She was just a civilian. Yeah, basically it's like a royal marrying a peasant dirty serf. I mean, that's kind of the mentality that we're probably having, and honestly, that's just dumb. You know, it seems like he was kind of grinding against royalty a little bit. I'm kind of interested in learning about them now, because it seems like it seems like just based off that, he at least did kind of grind a little against royalty and shit, because he saw something about a civilian, a dirty peasant serf to the royalty, you know, and married her. Or at least tried to. I don't know if he actually did. But, well, I guess he did because his wife, so, yeah. Maybe this would have been the best time for it to happen because America could easily pull some strings to get China to the side of us by then. Oh, damn, dude. America and China versus Soviet Union would have ended badly for the Soviets. Yeah, dude. I mean, around the 80s, if I remember right, there was also, also there was Mao, of course, and saying that his true communism, like we were saying earlier, was the only rightful one. So that there was part of that Sino-Soviet split. Screw it! But yeah, it's pretty crazy history, though. I mean, I don't know how well that relationship would work in that scenario, but it would be really curious to see how that would work. Even after he got married, the whole royal family basically insulted her at every turn and wouldn't let her into royal events and shit. Wow. So even then, they're like, ugh, how dare you, Frederick Archduke, fucking marrying this peasant? Ugh, she's prohibited from our establishments. It's like, ugh, it's gross. Hate that. Once the Sino-Soviet split happened, China became a lot more pro-Western. Oh, yeah.
I'll see you later.
Alright, see ya. It's like a Cinderella story. Yeah, in a way, yeah. It sounds like it, honestly. I mean, obviously those two aren't correlated, but, I mean, the stories themselves, if you look at it, are pretty similar. Well. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh, hold up. Got a crook. I need to pop it. Oh, I cannot pop. Hold up. Gotta pop this crook. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Ugh, that was a good pop right there. Nice. I definitely need to, like, stop slouching. So if there is any advice I do take from Peterson, it is fucking straighten your back out. But that's like the only one I'd ever take. Because that's just, I don't know. It's like, whatever. Fucking Jordan Peterson. Shapiro alert. I like to suck conservative cock. Shapiro alert. Yep, basically. Whoa. Fly just buzzed right in my ear. How old dude that lives with y'all seems pretty cool. He is. That's my dad, though, but he's not the old dude. He is an old dude, but not, like, the old dude. I'm ashamed to share the last name with Jordan Peterson. Oh. What is with it with people name, like... I think I was hearing, like, something about, like, TJ saying something like, what's with people named Peterson? And, like, fucking people, like... What about the actual old dude? Is he cool, though? Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, he totally is, yeah. I mean, if anything, him and I have a lot more interesting conversations than my dad, because, I mean... It's hard to have, like, a really deep discussion sometimes with my dad. Not just, like, with his views, but sometimes he'll just go on and on and on, and it's just like... Ugh, can I say something? Okay. Okay, yeah. I said... Yeah, I mean, that's cool, too. I mean, because there's... yeah, yeah. You know, you can never get a word out. You know? I mean, but... Other than that, I mean, yeah. I mean, they're both cool. I mean, but... Like, it's easier to, like... Especially politically, to talk with, Rabba. My uncle, the old dude. Than, my dad, though. With some of those things. I wish the old dude would come on stream more. Well, he won't for the next 2 weeks because they're all doing a tent and shit, like with TNT. I think I was saying something earlier about it, but I don't think I went totally through with it. Because our family, what we do is, for the last few years, we've been, for a little extra funds, seasonally doing a TNT firework tent over, by this Walmart parking lot, out of all places. And, we just sell fireworks for, TNT, and then we get a cut of the profits, so... It's alright, but honestly, we probably shouldn't be doing it, because basically those two and my aunt, and I think, like, one other person is trying to help out with that, and you need at least, like, 5 or 6 people to do that, especially, like, on the 4th weekend, you know? You sell fireworks, it's huge down here. Oh, it is, dude. Dude, in, Washington, it's huge, like, because you can have, like, fucking mortars and shit. Like, in Oregon, you can't, because, like, you can't have, like, fireworks that go over a certain height, because for whatever fucking reason, unless you're like a professional or some shit, which kind of sucks, because if we sold mortars and shit, oh, we'd get so much more money. You'll see these poor rednecks walking around with shopping carts full of fireworks, and you can tell they have no money to begin with. Yeah, dude, and guess what, they're probably using a credit card to buy all of it with, too. My stepfather's neo-Confederate, and I have actively tried not to facepalm every time he says the Confederates are the good guys in the Civil War. I'm going to now. Face, meet, palm. that's just... Does he realize he's actively anti-American when he says that? Do they even okay, what I find funny with the hypocrisy of people who are like, quote, neo-Confederates, but are also like patriotic about America is you can't be one or the other. If you're a neo-Confederate, that means you support the Confederacy, which was anti-American at the time, because they were seceding from the Union, and I'm pretty sure they also were the ones who shelled the Union fort first. So if anything, they are the polar opposite of the good guys. Just period. Even without the whole idea of the slavery being involved, like, I mean, they weren't the quote good guys in that scenario, I would have to say. Says they're nothing more American than being anti-American. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking people like that exist, and it just that Union Fort is in my city, bro. Oh, cool. It's hot as hell there, but out in the middle of the bay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because there's also all that water around it and vapor, and it gets more humid. And also, I mean, it's in the middle of a fucking... right off the coast. No, right? Yeah. Like, it's funny how some people are more anti-American than American, yet supposedly are patriotic about America. It's like, how are you both? Like, how are you both? Like... For me, like, I feel like there is a big difference between patriotism and nationalism or, like, whatever, and to them, they're, like, Confederate nationalists, while at the same time is, like, not. It makes no sense. I mean, that's just a whole fucking other thing, but to me, I feel like there's at least a difference, because for me, I would probably consider myself at least patriot in a sense, because with one of the premises being, like, the right to protest, free speech, and press, and religion, and all that shit, protesting in there, if there's something about your own fucking government, you know, that you want changed and you want to make better for, you know, the rest of your country, then yeah, I mean, I would consider being patriotic to, you know, step up to that shit. And there's a lot of people that are right now because Trump administration and shit, you know. I mean, it's always been a thing. Civil rights movement, women's suffrage movement, progressive era, all these eras. I mean, those are like where I would say America was probably at its height patriotically because people were actually giving enough of a fuck to want to change the country for the better. So, I don't know. I love it. And that's what I feel like about patriotism. That's another ignorism I have jotted in my head I want to do in the future is about like patriotism versus nationalism. Like, I don't know which one I want to do first. Like, anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism, or at least the difference between that. And then, oh, this fucking fly. I wish I had something to smack this bitch right now. I'm gonna torch it. I'm gonna torch it. Fuck! Flew away. Fucking hate flies in the summer, dude. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, like, all my ignorances. I think it's probably because I'm a minority atheist in a super religious area, but the small part of me says, fuck your religious freedom. You know, I say the same way, too, but, I mean, where I draw the stern, firm line is if you're trying to actually actively push it and force it out of people's throats. And brainwashing your children would be another. Deep Fat Fried is live. Holy fuck. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I might need to check that out. So I'm going to have like one more quick bowl and do that and have his final conversation. Because I need to see Deep Fat Fried live, bitch. Deep Fat Fried. Besides, most of you might already be over there getting ready to go. We'll all see. Elder Scrolls Deep Fat. I know, dude. I got the notification. I can't wait. Bye, bro. I know. Okay, we're all going to go over there, I guess. All right, but we'll have that conversation another time. Deep Fat Fried's live. Fuck it. Fuck it. All right, guys. Well, I was actually going to end it here soon anyway, but whatever. I'm going to check out Deep Fat Fried live. I'll probably be seeing you guys there. So I'll do another stream later tonight or tomorrow, whichever. But I'll see you guys so soon, though. Or just over there at Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried, bitch. Peace out, everybody. See you over there.